a code right now that you can use in addition to our sponsor link, which is posted in chat. But if you use a link and use the code Loot Drop, I believe, then you get $5 off anything. But anything you want to order, you get $5 off. And hold on, that's gonna bug the crap out of me. There we go. And anything you buy does go to support us, and we heck and love you for it. Our other sponsor, go ahead and kick up the music. Wanted. Play. No, we're just not gonna play. Okay, cool. It's been a tech gremlin day, y'all. Just it'll play when it decides. Other sponsors, Epidemic Sound. Once again, the link is posted in chat, but that is where we go to get all of our royalty-free sounds and sound effects. If any mixed match and genre of music you could ever want, from our sci-fi games like this one, to our fantasy games, to our high sea adventures, to our mouse adventures, to just anything, any mixed match, they got it. I promise you. And if you do use our link, that does give you 30 days access free to the entirety of the website. At the end of the 30 days, if you decide you don't want it, don't need it, you can cancel. It doesn't cost you a penny. If you decide to keep it, it does support us. Once again, we can love you for it. Coming up, December was just jam-packed full of great games. It's crazy. Like, the fact that I get to do this every month is still just mind-blowing. On tomorrow, we have a game of Arc Doom, which, since we decided to be just so super depressing for the month of December, Arc Doom is a game about the apocalypse. And the end is coming, and it's about what you do as that approaches. We have nothing on Saturday and Sunday because of PAX, which I'm not jealous, you're jealous. I don't know what you're talking about. On Monday, we have a game of Fabula Ultima. It is a TTJRPG, which if you like games like Final Fantasy or Fire Emblem or Shining Force, there's so much inspiration there. That game is going to be fantastic. And on the 7th, we have a game of Mouse Ritter, which I don't remember the name of the adventure, but I will get it at break and I will post it because it was a beautifully written adventure. And I talked to the author, and we're actually going to have a free copy to give out during the stream, which is super cool. All right, I think that's more than enough out of me. I need to go lay down. But before I do that, I do want to give everyone a chance to tell you who they are, who they're playing tonight, and let's go with the turning point that caused you to want to fight back against the Iseka Corporation. We will start to my immediate left. I'm the only one who knows this is. This is my favorite part, where I know the order. They don't know the order. There's a little bit of panic that creeps in. It's but we're starting with Steve.
I actually did know that because I have Twitch up right now. Hi, I'm Steve. I will be playing Conroy Vargas, a weathered old veteran who is partially named for the late great Kevin Conroy. This is my first time playing Lancer, and I am slightly terrified, but any chance I can to expand my TTRPG horizons, I'm going to take it.
And what was Conroy's tipping point at finally joining the Resistance?
Oh, that's so he's heavily inspired by kind of the mythos of the Vietnam vet. His is basically being tricked into firing on civilians.
That would do it. Yep. All right, and that brings us down to Kit.
Hey, I'm Kit. You can, find me everywhere at KitRoll or in the comments because I'm also lurking on Twitch. Haha. Today I will be playing Elliot Graves, a bit of a former NHP developer, sort of an AI software dude, turned pilot by necessity. And he joined the resistance because of his little brother, who is like just kind of coming of age at this point, and Elliot has realized that this is not the world that he wants his little brother to grow up in. So he's fighting to make it better or at least different. Um,
Yeah. Sorry, I missed chat. Thank you for the Valen Point, Dido. I'm sure the players are gonna love you for it. Always coming in clutch. And yes, if you do like the retrograde minis that you're about to see, they're not a sponsor, but they do really cool stuff. You can make their super cool robot tokens at retrogradedminis.com. Could be a sponsor though. Think about it. But we'll move on over to Jason.
Hi, I'm Jason Fryer, writer, game designer, and general curmudgeon. Tonight I am playing Noah 1, super soldier slash servant, sort of Downton Abbey meets somebody that could pull your spine out through your front. My tipping point was because I served Lady Adeline, and when Lady Adeline decided to join the resistance, I could only follow. I shall serve her in whatever capacity I can.
Makes sense. All right, so that brings us over to JD.
Hi, I'm JD. I'm usually found over with Live from the Apocalypse, although I've been hanging out a lot with the Lost Caravan in the past few months, and I'll actually be back tomorrow for Arc Doom because I like to suffer. It's my favorite. In this game, I will be playing Sawyer. Sawyer joined the Resistance. Sawyer infiltrated the Resistance as a spy. And as he started to see more and more of what they were fighting for and what they were fighting against, he changed sides. Not that his handler or anyone else knows that that's happened. So that is him, and he has an absolutely horrifying abomination mech, the Pegasus, which I love because it is so disturbing. That said, I am also terrified of this system, so this is going to be a lot of fun because I've never done Lancer before, and it is all very intimidating, but I like the horrifying mechs.
Once you get into it, it flows so smooth. You're just gonna love it. And of course, and that brings us last but not least up to Anna.
That's me. Yeah, I am Anna, aka Archival Dust Bunny, most places on the internet. I'm a queer and trans advocate, museum worker, TTRPG streamer, and podcaster, an associate producer for Response Team Omnicron, a Lancer actual play podcast. So if any of this sounds interesting, you can find me on Twitter or most other social media sites at Archival Dust Bunny. And I will be playing Adeline Stone tonight, who was an heiress to a corporal family that does software development. And her turning point was realizing just how deep and sinister the surveillance portion of her family software goes.
Mm-hmm.
She stole her mech and made her way to the resistance.
And of course, I am Andrew, your games master for the evening and for most evenings around here. Although you are going to see a bunch of friendly faces behind the GM seat in the coming weeks, because we got a bunch of great people that want to tell a bunch of great stories. Mainly in January, we're going to have an entire week full of guest GMs because it is my birthday. Yes, I am old. It's fine. We'll move past it. Mainly, we are doing a week-long charity event for the Trevor Project because they do absolutely amazing work. And I forgot to give that link to the mods. But Tessa, if you're listening, would you link the Trevor Project, please and thank you. But yeah, if you are a fan of the Lancer system and you kind of have an idea of the rules, you may notice that we do things a little differently tonight. The first one you'll notice is that we are license level 1, but we do not all have GMS mechs. Everyone was given the choice to start with whatever frame they wanted to, which might seem a little extreme to some, but we're also using a scavenge and rebuilding system, which means that if you want to get a license level in a certain mech, you have to hunt it down, find a warehouse where they keep it, destroy an enemy mech that has these parts that you need. It's very much meant to be more of a dystopian type game rather than the epic fantasy space sci-fi that Lancer typically is. And I think it's going to be a blast. But let's cut to this music. It's too cheery. It's somber.
You have said that twice in games I played with you, Hoop. It's terrifying.
I say it almost every game.
I'm ready. I'm ready to get hurt.
Mhm.
The year is 3199. Corporations have spread their influence around the world like a plague. It at first was such a slow infection. None of us noticed until it was too late. The greatest among them being a company called Iseka. They bought out all of the Lancer producing facilities here on Namara until they owned basically all of the planetary defense forces. All it took to complete their domination was a small push in the form of a threat of war between the major nations of Namara. Isaac declared themselves to be the de facto police force in the guise of a peacekeeping mission. They quelled the warring nations, but refused to relent their power. Soon they controlled supply lines, manufacturing companies, public transportation, and the media. Any Lancer pilots that didn't fall in line were stripped of their titles and discharged from military service. But that doesn't mean they ever stopped fighting. You've all scrounged together parts from destroyed mechs, broken into factories, even hijacked mechs on patrol. Done whatever you can to build your resistance. You might not be numerous, but you're going to fight back with everything you have. Which brings us to night. There. The five of you received a message, encoded as they all are, as it's dangerous to let other people know who you really are. Most means of communication are bugged or tracked in some way. Leaves you with very few options, short of close range omni-net messaging. If I, oh, I posted it. Did I put it? If one of you can find that message that I posted,
I'm looking. I'm looking.
there it is. Which one of you would you say is your leader? Just for purposes of receiving things like encoded messages.
Well, I know my answer, but I can't speak for everybody else.
I feel like Adeline would definitely be a top contender at least.
Probably. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Then Adeline, as you all are still kind of reeling from the raids that have been happening at your local safe houses, places that you know your allies used to congregate to recover, to resupply, they've been hit. The mole somewhere. You receive a communication on your data pad, being that message there. If you'd like to read that, please do.
Sure. Sources say an unmarked corpo transport truck is going to be passing by later tonight. We don't know what's inside, but with the trouble they went through to hide it from any transport manifest, it's got to be something they don't want in our hands. As you know, another hideout got raided yesterday, so we sorely need a win. If we hit them while they're transitioning between warehouses, we should have the best chance of not pulling any reinforcements. We're also seeing minimal guard for the transport, but be ready for surprises. Good luck, crew.
Hear this message. I would ask, what does your hideout look like? Are you down in the sewers? Are you up in an old, like, abandoned warehouse? Where would you say that you call?
I think sewers smell too much, so definitely a warehouse.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Sewers are good for getaways, but staying down there, that's
No.
too much.
Fair enough. Then, with the lights of the occasional vehicles passing by, whether they're aerial scout vehicles, transportation trucks, whatever they are, this message is read out to each of you. I'd ask what you would all like to do.
Since there's the gathering, I'm going to make tea for everybody.
Incredible.
Yeah.
You said there's a mole in the resistance, or there's a resistance mole in
That
the transport?
somehow they've been finding these hideouts, these safe houses. So either someone from inside is leaking that information, or they've found a way to track you.
Okay. Elliot would request, if Adeline is the only one who's physically gotten this message, Elliot would request permission to sort of see if he can't trace it. Because this feels too good to be true.
Yeah, I
Very
think
good.
when this message came in, Adeline was at her desk where she has kind of a communications array set up. I think she monitors a lot of the communication that goes on in the city. That's how we get these messages and that sort of thing. So she'll spin in her chair and kind of swipe on her data pad, sending it over to yours.
That
Guest.
Awesome. Yeah, they'll pull it up on their own little array. They've sort of hacked into their own sort of earpiece and just kind of wear that on the daily. So they've got their HUD up every moment of every day. So they'll pull that up, and can I do that?
Do
Can I
you
try to
have
trace it?
a trigger
I
that you feel
have
would apply?
I have a couple that might. This could be just a straight investigation. Because I do have that, and then I do have like hack and fix.
Yeah, whichever you think applies the most.
I feel like this is hacking because I feel like I'm going in back doors.
Yep. Roll your hack fix.
Oh,
Which if you open
how
your
do-
sheet, go to
how do
the
I-
tab that says Pilot Narrative. And under that you should see skill triggers. On the left hand side there's like a D20 plus
Dice.
2.
Perfect.
D20.
That's just a straight.
Well,
12.
all you need is a 10 to succeed.
Oh.
Yep.
Okay. Bet.
10 or higher is a success, a 20 or higher is a critical success.
Interesting. Okay. Cool. So I do that.
You start to just retracing the data, the OmniNet, for as wonderful and helpful as it has been, this basic, ever-present force that just connects every living being across multiple planets, across different systems. The fact that anyone can tap into it is both terrific and horrifying. But at this moment, you're using it to literally tear apart this message's encoded sending, digging for any clue that might tell you where it came from. And while you're 100% certain that it is a a call sign. Word call sign just left my brain there for a minute. You're looking at an individual named Warlord.
Interesting.
You have what? You have a location. It might not. You know that this message could be routed from place to place, so it's not
For sure.
guaranteed. But you do have a name and a location.
Excellent. Ed, does this call sign look familiar to me? Like, have we received missives from this before, or
Not
probably not?
really.
Okay. I mean, I'll run it by Adeline and the others and be like, do we just given past events, do you happen to know anyone by this call sign? Just, I would hate to run into an ambush after everything that has happened.
We probably will.
I would like to avoid it if at all possible.
It is a risk, but with how poorly things have been going, I think it's our only choice.
Probably, but even without a nose, I still smell a trap.
Well,
I arrive with the tea and the cucumber bio paste sandwiches.
Soylent sandwiches.
Soylent sandwiches.
Horrifying.
What are your thoughts, Noah?
I'll look at the information. And you've pulled information? Is there any?
I've pulled a location that this may or may not have been sent from. It was at least routed through this location, and I have a call sign that I do not recognize. Was hoping I might, but
Then if I can borrow your data pad for a moment?
go right ahead.
I'll start going through like the map and the different knowledge that I have, of the resistance, and I'm going to try to, I believe it's called, read a situation.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Press the. Of course.
Pretty D20.
Too bad it doesn't roll that great.
You're getting warmed
Doing its
up.
best.
Yeah, I mean, a call sign, it can be changed from day to day. It's short of asking around about this individual and physically inspecting yourselves. Doesn't seem like there's a lot to be done.
Without further information, I would suggest a scouting mission.
No, it's worth a shot.
I mean, scouting would be useful, but if they're transporting it, we need to hit it while they transport. There's not enough time for a scouting mission and to hit it. I think we have to choose one or the other.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to have to go in. I think maybe not going in guns a-blazing from the first moment might be beneficial, but I mean we need this transport. So
Everyone keep
you're all making
watch on your
sense.
6.
And what are our rules of engagement, ma'am?
Well, if we believe this mission to be true, then it's an ambush. We need to hit the transports hard and fast before reinforcements get there, get what's in it, and get out.
Shall we take prisoners?
I don't really think we have anywhere to put them right now, especially with the other safe houses gone.
We could interrogate and dispose of them en route.
can you fit another body in your cockpit?
Yes, I have excellent folding abilities. Noah has been trying this humor thing of late.
You're doing great, kid.
Thank you, sir.
With
Well,
that,
hopefully,
go ahead.
hopefully it doesn't come to taking prisoners. We can just get in and get out. But you know, suppose it's a decent plan B.
Are there any final preparations that you would all like to take?
I'll make sure that we have as much information on the terrain as possible. If there's any, geo pictures or basically any information, so we can know what the best escape routes and approaches are. Because I don't want to be trapped in the middle of a ravine.
Yeah, that would be easy enough to do. I'll even move you over to a map, give you a layout of the area. Anyone else?
How big is the warehouse? Just out of curiosity, is there space to find some privacy?
It's more than large enough to house 5 mechs and to have room to move around and for munitions and repairs. So it's pretty sizable.
I think then what Sawyer is going to do is reach out to his contact, to his handler, and lay a false trail for tonight.
Ooh. Okay. What?
If that is something I can do.
Absolutely. Yeah. What's? Well, what does the trail entail, and do you have any triggers that you feel would apply?
I think the only thing that would apply is more to hide this conversation from my allies, which would be act unseen or unheard.
I would absolutely agree. Yeah.
And so I think what Sawyer would do is just kind of gather some other information as much as he can just about kind of goings on. I know you'd mentioned, there are lights constantly passing overhead, there are searches happening. And I think having a sense of where we're planning on going to take out this convoy, I think he would identify a place kind of in the opposite direction and say that the resistance is looking to take out either a convoy that is there or even like a plane or a mech or a squadron that would be in that direction. So that's his idea.
So, I'll have you roll your act unseen or unheard first of all.
All right. That is an 11.
I think you have it set to self roll.
I probably do. It was a 9. I will switch that over though.
It's all good. Yeah. Take a moment while everyone else is, preparing, running systems diagnostics, getting the lay of the land to just slip off to yourself. Do you have any triggers that you feel would apply to getting this message across successfully, making it believable?
Probably not.
So then I will offer you a deal. You can either roll it, which is a 50-50 shot, or I will give you a critical success, but we fill in one portion of your heat clock. The clock that tracks how known you are to the law enforcement of this city and how much they're bringing down to bear on you. Once they find out it's fake, they are certainly going to run some investigation. So the choice is yours.
Let's keep things interesting. I'm gonna go with that second option.
Okay. Your heat clock
I will take the consequences.
filled in by one. As if any of you have played Blades in the Dark, their clock system is one of the most genius game mechanics ever, and should exist in all games. Always.
Another one I'll have to try sometime.
So good. All
Is
of
it-
them.
Yes, I remember you and your clocks.
No room for wallflower actually brings it into Lancer.
Yes. All right. Anyone else?
Honestly-
I will. Sorry, go ahead.
Honestly, Conroy's probably going to. I'm so sorry I made this character. He's basically going to split his time between brooding, drinking, and boxing. Yeah, stuff to kind of bring his excessive nerve level down.
Sure. I don't feel like there's any role required there. I feel like that is a pretty regular series of events.
Is there any sort of way to kind of see if any of us would know anything about Sawyer's situation? Like, I feel like he's kept it pretty under wraps, but like, is there like, I don't know, like an insight check or like a to see that he's being sneaky, or is that not like a thing?
I discovered his hidden radio while, cleaning his boots.
Did you
Have
find
I
his
been
journal?
fixing the comms and overheard something I shouldn't have?
I would actually leave that up to Sawyer.
Totally okay to say no. I'm just being devious.
I mean, I'm just making all of the worst life choices because I think that's fun, especially in one-shot type games. So, I'll say that, yeah, I think Elliot did overhear a snippet of conversation at some point. Not a whole lot of context, but I would say probably enough that you could gauge. You were pretty sure this wasn't Sawyer talking to someone definitely within the five of us, and it did not even sound like it might have been someone from the Resistance.
Enough to raise an eyebrow, but not enough to be like, I know exactly what is happening.
Yes.
Exactly.
I love that. I imagine Sawyer probably like snuck around by the mechs and didn't realize that like Elliot's data plating is at all times hooked up to his mech. It's just a little bit sitting a little bit too close to Sally, and but I think they kind of side eye him as he walks away, but like they're not gonna do anything yet. They're just gonna see how today goes.
I will. I'll send one of my maintenance drones to run diagnostics on my system since my Swallowtail relies on them so much. But while I'm doing that, since we have an area where we know the transport truck will be passing through, I'd like to go back to monitoring communications across Omninet, broadband, all of that, and see if I pick anything up suspicious, anything that might be coded, see if I can find any supposed to be secure channels that are not quite as secure as they thought, anything like that.
I will offer my assistance if you need it. I love this.
Yeah. Do you have any triggers that you feel apply?
I would like to use Rita's situation.
100%. Are you accepting help from Elliot?
Sure.
Then you can roll this with single advantage, which just rolls a d6 and adds it to your.
Ooh.
With an accuracy. Oh,
Accuracy.
well, it's still an 11.
So yeah, anyone that doesn't know how the accuracy system works, I always want to call it advantage and disadvantage, but it's not. It's accuracy and difficulty. Basically, you gain the accuracies or the difficulties, and they will cancel each other out. If you have multiple accuracies, you would roll multiple d6s and take whatever the highest is. If you had multiple difficulties, you take, the highest of whatever those is. Add them all together. But yeah, with an 11, is there anything specific that you're looking for, or is it just general, whatever you can find?
Mostly whatever I can find. I think I'm hoping to find the chatter for the convoy, or people
Like
monitoring
the radio of the convoy?
or- yeah,
Ooh,
or
okay.
whoever's overseeing it from a distance or whatever, just whoever's communicating with them. So that's what I'm hoping for, is information on our target.
Yeah.
Like check-ins and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's very surprisingly quiet, but yeah, you would find personal comms in between what sounds like a driver, at least one passenger, and at least 3 escorts. From the sounds of it, the 3 escorts are in mechs, but the way that they're describing their movements, their speed, they are smaller. They are scouts. They're loaded to bear with very little weaponry. They're moving quickly and as quietly as possible.
Awesome. I will use my Swallowtail systems then to lock onto those frequencies and send those out to everybody's comms so that they can listen in if they want.
I will even give you basically just a beacon of where this truck is that you can keep track of.
Awesome.
I will
Love to see
move
it.
all on over. Feel free to scout the area. The location of where the truck is going to be is currently on the map. That's not to say that it can't move, but they pinpointed that this is likely where you're going to get the least amount of resistance, have the highest chance of success. So if there's a point that you'd like to plant yourselves, by all means, scour away.
I
We're
think
in
as I send this out to everyone, I will grab the data that Noah's been putting together, kind of build up a 3D model of this, and I think that's what we're seeing.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll send that out.
Just
Looks like they're
Iron
being
Man
lazy
style.
with their comms. Yeah, looks like they're being lazy with their comms. So I gotta read on the truck. Would still be a trap, but this,
Can I,
gives us
as
an upper
part
hand,
of
I think.
as part of setting up where we are, can I set up where my drone is?
Absolutely.
How tall are those buildings inside?
Like the ones that are blacked out, or the ones where the stairs go up. Like you talk
Just
a
literally north of the truck itself.
hint. Sorry, it is going to go out first.
Oh, that was you. I thought I
Yeah.
broke it.
Nope.
Yeah,
Same
I did
here.
too.
I was like, I'm a failure as a hacker. I
No.
broke the game.
If it didn't kick you out, just refresh. I added the ping module, so you can hold X and left click, and it will ping around this.
What?
That's
Oh.
so cool.
Yeah, actually, I'm thinking over like that building over there, if that worked.
Ping it one more time. So that would actually be down below. You're probably looking at good, like,
Oh, okay.
probably 50 to 60-foot drop below the actual highway.
Ooh.
Yeah, I want to be elevated. So
And
I
you're
guess
probably looking here or here. Each of those would put you about 20 to 30 feet. This right here is the elevator that's it's the main cargo elevator that runs from the local warehouses down to the street. Something to keep in mind.
Yeah, so I think as we're looking at all of this, if we can hit it from both sides, wait for them to come through.
Yeah.
I can't.
Oh.
The mech seems small. I can't tell what they are, but
Who's
I don't
grabbing
think
my
we're
little
facing
guy?
anything heavily armored.
Is it gonna let me stay over there? That's my drone. That's what it is showing me for drone.
Yeah.
For drone image. Okay. Cool. I'm gonna try.
I just gave it a blue aura so you could see it better.
Oh, thank you. It moved it back over here, and I was like, wait, am I not allowed? Let me see.
You do have freedom to place yourselves where you'd like. Tokens
Okay.
should be movable. They're in the bottom right there.
I think I'm setting myself up hiding because I'm terrible.
Coming from the left-hand side of the screen.
Let's play How Visible Are Drones?
wait.
How strange is it for a drone to just exist out here?
Might seem a little odd.
I'm sure it's fine.
It's probably fine. He's over. You know what? He's hiding in this rubble over here. This whatever this is that's happening over here. He's just, I'm part of this. Everything's fine.
Sure is.
Yeah, totally fine.
You all good with your position?
So we will
Right
have
off
to
the
Yeah,
screen.
I think Sawyer's staying kind of in this area, so there is someone on the other side of the street.
Oh, I center. I think I just went completely off the map.
You're right there.
Oh, there we go. Thank God.
No pressure. It's just,
Yep.
just a super important mission.
It's
What could go
totally
wrong?
fine. Everything's fine.
Everything's
Mhm.
good.
It's totally
we
fine.
have-
Nothing bad's gonna happen.
Everything is awesome
Yeah.
when you're part of a
Mhm.
team.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, does everything look situation as normal? Is there any like I get it probably wouldn't be obvious, but like cameras, security, that kind of stuff.
I mean, there isn't a part of this city that isn't under some sort of surveillance. The
Fair.
OmniNet is everywhere. It means that anything can be spied on at any point. I don't think it's a stretch to say that you all take more than enough precautions to at least stay out of commonly used cameras or spy technique.
I mean, could I use the spot trigger to see if anything's not as it seems?
I wouldn't even make you roll that. You have all been doing this long enough. You would instinctively know if something.
He'll punch out the radio signal. Something's off. Keep your guns out. Watch your six.
Guns out.
So we would have time to prep,
100%.
like drone placement and all that beforehand.
You have a couple hours to.
Okay. Dropping a turret drone here, and then I'm going to drop my Lotus projector, which is invisible, hovering just above where the truck would come through, kind of over here. Let's actually. Oh, we can't move it now.
Sorry, I'm just giving it an.
Oh, okay.
Just so it's easier to see against.
Yeah.
Here you go.
Oh, thank you.
Do we still have those comm channels open for the convoy or
Listening to it?
what
Yeah.
have you? Cool. I've got them in one ear and I've got y'all in one other ear.
I assume that you are all consummate professionals, and doing this is not at all out of the ordinary.
And I'm assuming we all know
For sure.
the way that each of us fights.
More or less. I think some of you keep your abilities and strengths a little closer to the vest than others.
This isn't our first rodeo.
No, not your first. By far.
At least our second.
Yeah.
At least second or third rodeo. For sure.
Alrighty then.
2.5 rodeo.
This is our second and a half rodeo.
Yeah.
And since we are settling in here, since I'm sitting here and not moving, my cloaking enables. So
Or
I am
invisible.
invisible.
Girl.
So the way that invisibility works for anyone who doesn't know is that if you are targeted by anything, I have to roll a D100, I have to roll above a 50 in order for the attack to even have a chance to hit, otherwise it is auto-miss.
Y'all are so cool.
Alrighty then. With your defenses set, your mechs in position, staring down this stretch of road, you see multiple trucks pass by, just simple cargo trucks. Nothing out of the ordinary. And thanks to your comm hacking, thanks to the fact that you do have their exact position, their arrival is no surprise to you. First thing you see is one of the scout drones, classified an ARS Scout. It travels pretty quick. It's got almost grasshopper-like legs as it kind of bounces up the streets. Its marker rifle just swinging up and down. If you all could, would you roll to keep your ambush, to remain, or to avoid being spotted? Which, if you have act unseen, that would be great. If you have remain cool, that would be good.
Okay.
Assess the situation would work. Just need above it. Ooh.
Do I get accuracy because I'm invisible?
Yes.
It's
Awesome.
by one.
And if the scout drone passes within, whoops, oh, I still got 10.
You got it.
If the scout drone passes within burst 2 of my Lotus projector, I will read out all of its schematics.
So there is a fun macro. You open up the compendium. I think go to the very bottom. There's a folder called Lancer Macros. If you take the one that says scan, drag that into your like MMO hotbar in the bottom. Make sure that ARS Scout is highlighted and then click the scan button.
Okay, there it is. Will this do? Not letting me highlight.
Double right click it.
Here we go.
There it is.
Thank you, Liam.
Nice.
Wow, you get all that good stuff.
Yes. So I pull up the schematics for this entire mech and all of its systems, and I will swipe across my screen and send that out to everybody. This is what we're dealing with. It's like it's pretty easy to hit, it's weak to tech attacks. It wouldn't be too difficult to take this down.
Copy that.
Heck?
The vehicle comes around the corner, following closely behind the first scout, the other two marching along its flanks. Now it would reach that position shown on the map. Would you like to hit it, or would you like to let it continue down the street?
I'm waiting until
I would say maybe let it come a little bit closer. There we go.
Oh. Did one of those little lads get within, I believe it's adjacency to my guy?
The first one absolutely would have, yeah.
So I believe they need to, make a systems check, I think it is. And if they fail, they get locked on. Anybody who passes, within adjacency of that drone.
That is probably going to halt the caravan quite a ways away from you. I'm happy to let you suppress that ability for the moment, if you would like to hold off on it.
Okay. I wasn't sure if that was, like, a noticeable thing, or if that's just, like...
Yeah, being locked on
my
is
little
very
scope.
much... Like, your systems flare red, it's like, you have been locked on.
you are about to die.
Welcome to lock-on protocol. No. Yeah, if nobody else has made any moves, I'll suppress that for now, but okay. Good to know.
I'll even say that once combat starts, you could kind of retroactively like hold on to that action and then hit them with it when we start combat.
You're too kind.
I try. If that's where you would like them to be, then I think I can throw us into some initiative.
Right.
The way that initiative works in Lancer is a little different. There's nothing rolled. You all simply get to go first, and then we alternate to the enemy, and then back to you, back to the enemy, and back and forth until everyone.
Okay.
Means that
That's pretty
you
straightforward.
all get the first action. And before anything else, Elliot, if you would like, pick which one you would like to make that tech attack again.
I would like probably the first one. So this lad here.
It's a system save.
Yeah, it's a systems. Yes, system save.
5.
How do I don't believe so, but how do I? What are they rolling against?
It's your save. It should be on your main.
My save. Oh yeah,
sheet.
no. Yeah, no, that's a fail.
Locked
so they
on.
are lock. Welcome to Lock On Protocol.
Yeah,
Anyone can use
be
that.
honest, isn't that not the best AI voice ever?
They're incredible.
I'm available for voiceover work.
That first one gets that notification that something has locked onto their systems. Immediately, the caravan comes to a stop. Those marker rifles just whipping back and forth. Which one do you like to go first?
I would, if people are okay with that.
Go off.
Oh,
Absolutely.
And feel free to take that lock on.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Yeah, absolutely. Seeing that lock on pop up, I will target my systems on it. Thanks, Stitch.
They
I'll hit a
like pop up an
50.
emoji in your HUD. It's like a thumbs up. This is
50
not
pieces.
something the HUD should be able to do.
Flip a switch, and I'm going to do a full tech. My marker light system.
Okay.
So this is a tech attack with lock on. That's with an accuracy. Oh, it already had the lock on there. Awesome. Yeah.
A natural 1, and it still hits with a 10.
Wow.
My
He
systems are
literally
really
can't
good.
miss. You love to see it.
My systems are very good.
Yes, they are.
Okay.
So immediately takes 2 points of heat.
Yeah, so a lot of things happen. In addition to this. So they take 2 heat, they take lock on. They cannot benefit from soft cover until the lock on is cleared. And then this also gives me a reaction where I can auto turn somebody's hit on it into a critical hit before my next turn if I want. This also, because I inflicted lock on, it triggers my prophetic scanners, so the target is now shredded until the end of its next turn. This also triggers Snow Crash, so it has a choice of taking either 2 more heat, or I can move it 3 squares in any direction I want. What's your choice?
It's gonna take the heat.
Okay. And then, seeing that, I'm gonna kind of spin my chair a little bit, grab a lever, pull it out, turn it, push back in, and my core flares, and I would like to overcharge. Quick attack, invigorate, and I'm going to shoot that line from me to Sally, and then to zoomed way too far out to see names. Who's next to Sally? Iron Brigadier.
Yeah.
Yep.
Those are the only 2 I can get, and that will give both of you. I have so many things that triggered at once. That will give both of you 4 overshield. So that will absorb damage before your HP does.
Heck yeah.
Okay.
Yo,
And I will take 1 heat for overcharging.
how should we mark?
On your character sheet, there's actually a box for overshield. On the page with like your health and your structure, it's called O Shield.
Yeah, it is.
And I did not move this turn, so cloaking activates, so I turn back invisible. And it is my turn.
Brutal.
That's just nasty.
Is this
Oh.
allowed?
Is this legal? All right. Well, they're gonna go.
Oh, sorry, there was... Wait, are they still within my Lotus? No, they're out of range. Never mind. The other thing does not trigger. I'm sorry, go ahead.
This one in the far back is going to move on up a little. You see the entire cockpit just kind of flare this red for a moment. And is that a quick action? It is. We're gonna throw down a cloaking field. Should mean that immediately that ARS scout, all the scouts and the truck, as this thing moves up, it just bursts out this EMP-like field. They all just disappear from sight. They are all invisible. And second quick action, we are gonna go ahead and skirmish onto Poppy.
No.
The ARS scouts have an ability called Sight, where they ignore hidden and invisible.
Ooh.
You and marker rifle go. But 9 misses. Tries to take a shot up at you. Because this is a smart weapon, it targets your E-defense, not your evasion, but your systems just scramble the bullets before they even reach you. No impact. Alright, that's it. It's back to you. Hit me with cloak. Who'd like to take it?
Do you want me to close ranks now? And then see if they react?
Sure. Let's see it.
Go for it.
Yeah.
Then I'm just basically jumping off the side of the building and using my jets to to land and move. So 6.
That sounds about right. You have a speed of 6, yeah.
That's right. Yeah, use this. So how do I mark a move?
I don't have the drag token on either. I'm just dropping the ball all kinds of places. So you could just move your token 6. Just count out the
Okay.
6 spaces.
6. Actually, is that considered that stuff between me considered difficult terrain?
You have jets. You're fine.
Yeah. Okay. I guess that's going to be my move, and I'll boost if I can
Yeah, absolutely.
later.
So use a quick
Does that
action to
happen now?
boost.
Yeah. So do I move 6 again?
Mhm.
Oh,
So fast.
what? Keep doing that. I think I'm actually I think I'm behind him somewhere.
So you just full on land and just dash across the street.
There we go.
Right up behind the first of
Ew.
the scouts. Your sensors tell you that he's there, but they are invisible, which means you have a 50% chance of just straight up missing.
Okay. And if I can try to attack, I shall.
Yeah. Use a second action to skirmish. So double right click that token to target it,
All right.
and then roll your attack. I'm sorry, roll a D100 first,
D1.
which is the very bottom right above the button that says 97. Yeah. Absolutely can make the attack. Go for it.
Okay. And that's on the machine itself. Which ones can I use? Can I use the war pike, or can I use?
You can choose any of your weapons.
Okay. Then I should use the sword in this case. Roll.
Click the little dice next to on the weapon itself.
Okay. Yeah, I clicked it and it's not rolling.
You may have to refresh. Since I changed out the mods.
Got it. Sorry. Sorry, guys.
It's all good.
No, no worries.
You have to re-target the token, double right clicking. Now, hopefully, it should let you roll your attack.
Here. Still not doing it. Should I just roll a normal dice?
So, is a little box popping up in the bottom right that says like war pike and accuracy and difficulty?
No, it isn't. Oh, there we go.
That was me just testing it, but
Okay.
yeah, I mean it rolls. I'm not sure why it's not rolling for you. We'll have to check it out on break.
Okay.
But a 13 absolutely hits. You know.
Okay. Perfect. And I get an extra d6 damage because I boosted.
Did. So, yep, just roll an extra d6. It's 3 plus whatever your d6 is. Plus one more.
1.
Still. Nearly just skewering this thing on the spot. It manages to shake itself off the pike. Pretty badly hurt, but still standing.
Question.
Mhm.
Since they are cloaked, is line of sight broken for my drones, or are they using like sensors that can still like kind of pick up where they are?
It would be the same thing. It would be a 50-50 shot.
Okay. Well then, that attack triggers my turret drone, which normally does an auto 3.
If it's
Without
auto,
attack?
it's still just auto.
Awesome. So it takes 3 kinetic damage as my turret drone fires off, hitting just above where the spear hit.
Like, pulls itself off the spear and then just gets raked by shots from the turret.
That is just nasty.
Yeah, that's.
I come over the comms. I'll count that one as mine.
I send
Nice.
the open palm emoji, expecting another open palm emoji back. This is something that Elliot has done before.
Of course, madam. Of course it's yours.
Yeah, that one extra point of damage was enough to let the turret kill it. So nicely done.
So I think I am done.
Well, there's only one scout left. The one that is locked on, shredded, all kinds of badness. And it is just going to move on down. Oh, actually, I don't think it has to move. Yeah. Fine, right where we are. As a full action, it is going to do a rebounding scan. All characters within range 5, which I think is everybody except for... Who's on the bottom? Whiskey. Everybody except for Whiskey, a system save.
Okay. Oh, that was almost a 20.
Iron Brigadier, that was unfortunately a failure.
Yep.
Success from Poppy.
Couldn't find the button. Sorry. Oh.
Ooh.
Beans.
Oh,
Oh, beans.
Oh.
Oh, no.
Oh.
That is a failure.
But my systems.
And
Is it a D20?
so if you double click your mech token to bring up your mech stats, on that first page you'll see, like on the kind of middle right, it says Hull Agility Systems Engineering.
Mm-hmm.
So just click Systems, the little D20 next to Systems.
Yeah, it's weird. Nothing on my mech rolls.
You can also reach it through your pilot, I believe. If you hit your pilot and then go to Pilot Tactical, should be up at the top. I don't know if that'll work. Maybe.
Registered as yours, you can move it.
0.
Those of you that failed become locked on.
Well,
And you all take 4 heat.
Or
holy
heat. Ooh, okay.
snap.
Ouch.
That's a lot of heat.
That's a lot.
That's
it.
a lot of heat. Hey,
Its turn is done. It's back to you.
Okay.
I've been notified that I'm in the danger zone.
You are in the danger
Is
zone.
is that important?
There,
feels
No, it's fine. It's fine.
there's
So there's a
abilities that trigger when you're in the danger zone.
Welcome to the danger zone.
Yeah, my sound system just starts blasting that song.
Did the Iron Brigadier do a thing?
Go for it.
Okay. So still got my movement, and it looks like it's just close enough. So we're gonna bring the old guy's mech right about there. He's not about these newfangled machines messing with his tech. That was his movement. If he's able to attack, you have to roll a d100, right?
Yep, because it is invisible.
Okay.
90. Yes, absolutely can make the attack.
Okay. I would like to use full action to do a barrage.
By all means. What would you like to start with?
Let's start with the shotgun. He wants us to get a nice spread, get an idea where this thing is.
So do you have the ability that lets CQB weapons ignore difficulty from being engaged?
I have ones that ignore armor.
So when you use a ranged weapon while you're engaged, you gain 1 difficulty on the.
Okay, well, if I recall correctly, I also have a thing that adds accuracy within 3 distance. So I think that cancels it out, right?
So just cancel out, yeah.
Okay. So first, shotgun.
And it does still have a lock on, which you could consume if you'd like to.
Not yet. Not yet.
Okay.
I don't think that's gonna. Oh,
10 will not hit, no.
okay. Well, it's a shotgun. Next we'll go with the heavy charged blade.
100.
Okay. 54.
Oh, that sat on the 30 for so long. But yes,
I
a
know.
54 does hit.
Okay. And yeah, this is a melee weapon.
Yep.
So it does get.
Would you like to consume the lock on now?
Well, I already have one thing for accuracy, I think.
Sure.
Let me double check. X-wing cut. Never. Oh no, that's for. Never mind, not accuracy. So yeah. So what does consuming the lock-on do? Does it give
It
accuracy?
gives you an accuracy,
Yep.
I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know what? I will do that then.
If you click that little 20, didn't take it. That's fine. Pull it off the token. Not that I think it's about to still be living.
I'll
That
turn that
is.
into a crit regardless with marker light. So silver light kind of snakes out from under the plates of its armor and turn into a bullseye right where you should hit it.
So
Okay.
roll another d6
So-
and you take the higher of the 2.
Okay.
So you rolled a 3 on the first one.
Yep. Well, 2. 5.
So that's a total of 8. That is just enough to finish it.
Oh, for the sword, I believe I actually do max damage because of Predator, I think.
Well, then you didn't even need to roll.
Yeah. I'm still learning, guys.
Would you roll a natural 20 on any attack,
Oh,
you
natural
deal
20,
maximum
okay.
damage.
You can make an attack roll of 20. Okay, never mind then.
Still, the 8 damage is enough to cut it down. Seconds of the guards, now visible, just sparking and sputtering, their oil leaking out into the street. Anything else?
I think that's it.
All right. Iron Brigadier done. Will bring us to the back of the truck, which is going to open with this grind of metal, and a mech figure will step out, very sleek, very thin, more floating than actually walking.
Oh no.
Oh, great.
Beautiful.
has this coil of almost a tail that just whips around it, arcing electricity. And the entirety of its turn is simply going to be to put out a beacon for help. It would take a few moments, so we are actually going to continue over to your turn. We just have Sally and Whiskey left.
What is there's some I forget what it's called, but it's one of the tech attacks where you can like mess with their comms and feed them false information and stuff. I forget what it's called.
So anyone
invade.
Anyone can invade, yeah.
Could I attempt to invade this thing that has just stepped out
Absolutely.
and try to I don't know if it would work since it's trying to actively send out a signal. I want to like intercept that or like change it before it goes out.
Please do.
I don't know if that's allowed.
I fully encourage out of the box thinking. This does have +1 difficulty, as the
that's
target
fair.
is just naturally hard to hack into.
Okay, so if I had to roll a tech attack, I go in here and I hope and pray. Maybe
1 total is unfortunately not going to do.
Oh no. Oh, beans. Well, I tried.
We will absolutely see negative rolls. It is entirely possible to do.
Wow.
Incredible.
We hate to see that. Yes,
We
that
really
is not our
do.
favorite.
No.
You start trying to hack into this thing, and immediately your system just is snow. It is static. It's hissing over your speakers.
Oh,
Even
God.
a moment have to just reel back, just covering your ears.
Mm-hmm.
And you kind of catch little bits calling for an emergency deployment. But this seems like a closed channel. This is not an open call for help. This was a kind of like a pre-planned, if we get attacked, this is like our one oh shit button.
Oh God. Okay. Yeah. I don't. Is it a free action to like communicate that to the squad?
Absolutely.
Excellent. Yeah, and it's there was probably chatter already over the comms. Elliot cannot hear when this is happening. Elliot's hearing aids are connected to their comms, so anytime that goes weird, they cannot hear anything. So they're like, oh God, they're like they've got their backup protocol is going. We have limited time. We have got to get this. Like, we are on a countdown. And I don't know what else I can do. I can movement, right?
Move, yeah.
Okay. I don't think that I'm gonna move, but I am gonna recall this lad to me, which has its own speed of I believe 5. So it's gonna be right. Can I see this guy?
You know he's there, but no, cannot.
So I would just call this drone directly towards me. Can they occupy the same space?
Well,
My drone can fly.
Oh yeah, then absolutely.
Okay, cool. So he is just then that drone is right there. That's where he is.
Just for I can still click the token and
sure.
move him up there, but we know he's there.
Okay, cool. Would that activate lock on even if I don't know that he's there? Because he's adjacent.
Does the target have to move adjacent to the?
It has to.
As a reaction, we force characters that start their turn adjacent to this drone. So at the start of that next turn.
Okay,
yes.
cool. Bet. I know it was like whenever they become adjacent. But...
Become what?
Okay. Whenever they, scooted close.
Anything else?
Okay, cool. I think that's all I can do. I don't.
All right.
Yeah, because that was a tech attack. So that was a full thing.
Back to their turn. You're going to hear something just eject. The sound of metal now just raining down from the sky as it impacts at the center of the street. Just this bulk of metal. Like if you watch the Avengers, the like when the Hulk Buster pod came down. There you go.
Oh. Okay.
Thanks, I hate it. I
Okay,
hate it
sure.
so much.
Fine. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, this might as well happen.
You can
What?
thank Dido for the villain point. Thank you.
Thanks, Dido.
Thank you, Dido.
Thank you.
I'm
Thank you.
going to break your Christmas game for this.
But its movement is done. It gets none. We're going to go with a. We're going with a crushing embrace against the Iron Brigadier.
Yay.
Would you make an
I
agility
want to-
save?
Want
I
to love
would
you
love
and squeeze you and hug you.
I will not be George.
Ooh, yeah, you don't care.
Ooh.
Tries to bring one hand
Incredible.
down, just full on trying to slam you face first into the concrete, but you just zip out of the way. No problem.
No, thank you.
I guess
Little
it's
bigger.
just gonna shoot you with its shotgun.
That'll probably work better.
Yeah. That is a 17 to hit for 5 kinetic damage.
Okay.
Enemies don't roll damage, they just have a flat amount that they deal.
That's actually good to know.
We
Oh, that's
hate
why they
it.
can't
We hate
crit.
it so much.
That's why critting doesn't do anything, because crit just lets you reroll your damage.
Gotcha. Okay.
Alright. That's its turn done. Whiskey, the only one left.
So I guess technically this first thing I should have done at the start of combat, but I have a mimic gun, and I would like to roll for my mimic gun.
There is actually a macro for the mimic gun.
Ooh.
If you go to the compendium, it's that button right before the settings in the top right. Scroll all the way down till you see a folder that says Lancer Macros.
Yep.
Open that up. There should be a little
Mimic
thing in
gun.
that folder called Mimic Gun. Drag it down into your MMO like hotbar.
Oh god. Okay. What does that part mean?
So-
Down at the bottom, there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They're like little boxes
Okay.
in the bottom of roll 20.
Yep, drag it,
Cool. I think I got it there.
and then you should just be able to click it.
Cool. Let's see what happens. Nothing happened.
It
That was
rolled 3
unfortunate.
times.
Oh, never mind. A lot happened.
It's cool. I will delete these. Click it once more, and this will be the official roll. There you go.
Beautiful. Okay. So I think I'm going to slinky slink my way out a bit. And I'm guessing I'm not going to be in range for a first shot.
The first shot is only range 1. Very close.
Gotta get right up on
Like
it.
the mimic gun, like the barrel just opens up. It's more of a like a musket shot than an actual like beam attack, because it just spews energy out in front of you.
So probably not going to get close enough for that to be helpful. for
Probably
the first
not,
one.
but I think next turn you can switch to range
That's
2.
fair. Sweet. I will do that in that case.
I am taking mimic gun. It's starts at the base range at the start of each of your turns. After the first, the mimic gun cycles to the next result. So at the start of your next turn, it automatically goes down to range 2.
When I say this is one
Sweet.
of the coolest weapons in the whole thing, it's so wild.
I haven't even pulled out my absolute abomination weapon.
But you still
which we
have
also love to see.
still both your quick actions or a full action.
Let me see. So, would it be helpful. I will get advice from the team because I have no idea what I'm doing. I do have Hunter Lock. Would that be something I could do?
You look up what Hunter
And
Lock
that would be
is.
helpful to do.
For the rest of the scene, your first successful range or melee attack against them each round does 3 bonus damage.
Absolutely.
that would
you
be
also have
very
your free
helpful.
Omni gunshot.
Okay. So I would like to use that on the big boy here. What do I need to do to activate that?
I don't think it's anything. It's just you choose a character within sensors for the rest of the scene. Your first attack does an extra 3 damage.
Awesome.
Wow.
In
And
that case, I will get that set up.
as a free action, every single turn, you can shoot your Omnigun.
Nice. Yes. I can do that.
It's armor piercing, too. Oh, God. That's so
Yep,
mean.
and block it. I love that in the rules
It's
it says
amazing.
these rules and no future rule books can ever change this.
This is
It's
the gun.
unblockable.
Yep.
This is the
No
gun.
Yep, this
TM
is the
TM
gun.
TM.
And that's why we love it. That is why I chose this build.
Yeah.
Like we said what we said. It's it.
Yeah.
It is.
Roll it up.
Yeah. All right. So what do I have to do with that?
Nothing. There's no roll. It can't miss. It can't
Oh!
be
It
blocked.
just does
can
it.
mitigate
It just
just
does.
it.
resistance.
It just
does
does it.
It is
Beautiful.
gun.
By your
It
core
cannot
power.
not be gun.
Your core power doing it 3 times a turn is terrifying.
It's
So,
honestly, the Pegasus is so messed up.
That's
For
just
free.
that's just 4 damage.
I have no idea what I'm doing with it, but you're helping me, so thank you.
So good.
That's just a flat 4 damage. That's its armor, its defenses. Doesn't care.
It's a Roomba with like 8 knives. It's just going.
It's amazing. It's absolutely incredible. Just don't look at it. Just don't look at it.
Don't look. Don't.
If that
Avert your eyes.
that moment where it's all of your systems just focus down, and that gun just it cycles through all of the possible points it could hit, focusing on that one weak spot, and it's just this laser beam that just zips into it. This little, barely visible explosion underneath the armor that just. You still have 2
We
quick
love to see
actions.
Oh dear God.
Yeah.
Oh dear God.
Your frame is
I don't know
messed
if
up.
I don't know if I will do anything useful with those actions. Yeah, I think I'll just leave that turn at this for the moment.
You do have a smart gun on your main weapon mount.
Yeah, do you have other stuff that could hit?
Oh my God,
You can
I
evade, you can lock
forget
on.
all of the weapons that I have. Yes, I would love to use my other
Smack
gun.
that bad boy.
Yes.
Other gun. TM TM TM.
This
Other
is
gun.
a smart gun, so it
Yep.
is accurate, so it automatically gains a d6. It's smart, so it targets e-defense instead of evasion. Which is 19 is plenty. Either way, this is not
Insane.
armor piercing. But I need to. Yeah. So it is you're going to deal 2 points of damage instead of 4. As its defenses kind of shore up right before the impact.
Beautiful. We love to see it.
You still have a quick action.
You still.
You could boost if you'd like to get away from this thing.
You could smack it again.
I think I
Lock
think
on,
I might
evade.
like to get away from this thing.
That's fair.
Quick action boost, and you can take your movement again.
Okay.
That is
I'm
going to
I'm just gonna kind of back up here. That's where I'm gonna go.
That is going to bring us to the second round of combat. But before we jump into it, we're about that halfway point, so I want to give everyone a chance to go grab a drink, stretch your legs, plan some strategy, whatever it is you gotta do, and we'll come back with the conclusion of this fight.
Sweet.
Yeah, we'll see you soon, everybody.
Okay.
Welcome back. where we left off, reinforcements had arrived. A figure had stepped out from the back of this cargo truck as most of its forces, most of its guard, were dispatched pretty instantaneously. Um, but yeah, a nice big old size. I think they said that was size 4. It's size massive, whatever it is. Decided to come crashing down, try to grip one of your companions to death, but you slipped out of its grasp, and now we're going to jump into round 2, which again, you get to go first.
Boy.
After you, madam.
Yeah, seeing this big thing come down. The first thing that happens is my Shepherd protocol, which is going to move my turret drone just over a little bit. Keep it within space of everyone. And then I'm going to overcharge again.
At 2 heat?
I shouldn't do this, but I feel like it's important. I don't have large heat caps, so I'm playing with fire literally on this. But I'm going to, as a quick action, recall and redeploy my Lotus projector.
Okay.
Dropping it. Yeah, dropping it here. It's still invisible, flying kind of vaguely in the air. No one really knows where. It's burst 2, which allows me to scan this gentleman.
I believe it happens when a target ends their turn within the radius.
It's when it's deployed.
I'm thinking of a different turret then.
Yeah, so Lotus Projector is, oh, it'll let me pop it into, into chat. There we go.
Oh, no, you're
Yeah,
100%
so it's
right. Yeah.
to a space, and then it missed the burst field. Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. So I will run the schematics for both of these and send them out to everyone.
The ARS leader and the ARS defender.
The defender has 0 armor.
Technically, yeah.
Huh.
How does it defend?
Interesting.
With its
That's
face.
a little worrying. Yeah,
With
I
its-
will.
With its vibes.
Good vibes, only good vibes.
I'll send those out to both. Defender is big, can take a lot of hits. I'm a little more worried about the leader. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, regardless. So that was my overcharge quick action. Full action, I'm going to... knowing that it doesn't have armor.
But shredded still stops damage mitigation. Not just armor.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to do that again. A few more switches, and I'm going to use my marker light system. So that's a full tech attack on the defender. Sorry.
Yeah. Its E defense is very, very low.
Yeah. Awesome. So it takes lock on, can't hide, cannot benefit from soft cover until the lock on is cleared. It can't hide because it's within my Lotus projector.
Mhm.
So it also can't be concealed or invisible or anything like that. It takes 2 heat. It is shredded. And because it made a successful attack, there is a...
I'm sorry, can you roll a D100 for your marker light attack? Because it is within the cloak aura of the one that is invisible. So even though it's
Yes,
massive,
but it is in my Lotus projector.
never mind. You're fine then.
Means it can't be hidden. Can't be hidden or concealed.
So invisible is actually different from hidden and concealed. Does it actually stop invisibility?
Let me pull it up. Hostile creatures can't benefit from being invisible while in the affected area.
There you go. It is not invisible.
Wow.
Awesome.
What's the range of the projector? 5?
It's burst 2.
2.
It is just within.
You are 3 away. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong turret. Ignore me.
Yeah, this is my Lotus projector.
So the leader is also not invisible. And the truck is also not invisible.
Mm-hmm. You're welcome, everyone.
That's kind of a big deal. Anything else?
Thank you, madam.
I was checking one other thing. I did not consume lock-on, so that doesn't trigger. And that doesn't trigger either. Okay. Nothing else for me. You should be able to see him now. Take him out as quickly as possible.
Okay. Unfortunate for me. But that's fine. We're gonna go with the ARS leader. And we're gonna keep the investiture on the big guy. You know what? First off, Kamatachi, is that how you pronounce that?
Kamatachi.
We're gonna make a tech attack against you.
Oh,
26 crits don't matter. So that means that you now have an abjure. Your system is starting to overclock everything. So
great.
every attack, you take 2 heat for each time you make any attack until the end of your next turn.
Oh, well.
Mm,
And what's the danger of overheating?
your reactor starts to melt down. But you have 4 stress. So if your heat caps out, it takes off a point of stress, and then your heat, drops back down.
Got it.
Man. We're just gonna throw an invade into you.
Stop rolling like that!
At least it doesn't
It
increase
don't
the
matter.
damage.
They don't. The natural 20 don't do anything.
If we were doing Pathfinder, we'd be in trouble.
Oh,
That's
man.
2 heats, and you are impaired.
6 heat.
So fortunately, you do have to exceed your heat cap.
Yay.
Fortunately for you. Unfortunate for me, because I was really hoping that was going to top out your stress. And we're going to risk it. You will get to take some Overwatch, but he's going to move.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
You're impaired, so this is naturally going to throw a difficulty onto the attack.
Okay.
Can only one of us take a reaction? Like, there's only one.
No.
No? We can all?
Yeah, as long as it's within range for a reaction.
Of sensors, is it?
So that what now?
Is it sensors that it has to be with it? Oh no, Overwatch is like real close.
Yeah, Overwatch is like the X next to a weapon, little diamond in the middle.
Ah, Overwatch is like.
So can I do an O?
Yep.
So I'm assuming I can do it with my war pipe.
Mhm.
War pipe then?
Yep.
Okay.
The Overwatch does not require a weapon, even though that sounds like you would have to shoot. You can melee.
Okay. That means I get accuracy as well because of duelist. So does it cancel everything out?
This is not your turn, so duelist would not
Okay.
count, because that only gives you +1 accuracy on your turn.
Turn. Got it. Oh my god.
No, it is safe to say that the leader will slip past you and just post up there. And that's it. It's back to you. You do take 2 heat.
Great.
Right? Is it
I'm
2 heat?
Over.
2 heat, yeah. So set your heat to 7, and it should pop up a little box that says, "Would you like to roll for your stress?"
Would I like to?
Should I just roll overheat?
So that's 2. Yeah, go for it. Click overheat.
And again. Oh. Put it to 7 1 second. Come on. And it's still not doing it. Is there a dice that I need to roll?
I got you.
Okay. Thank you. You're probably going to roll better than me.
Better for who, though?
No, it didn't roll anything. Oh, okay. It's just a d6.
Just a d6.
We actually don't get overheat in this game.
Yeah, that isn't something
Not
that
allowed.
happens.
We've actually
3.
decided to ignore overheat.
Yeah.
Overheating. I believe a 3 just means that one of your systems or weapons is destroyed.
Oh,
Just-
that's all it means.
That's all it means.
That's all it means.
Oh
Don't
no,
worry.
I'm sorry. That's for damage. On a 2 to row 4 is a destabilized power plant. Your power plant becomes unstable and begins ejecting jets of plasma. Your mech becomes exposed, which means you take double of kinetic, energy, or explosive damage until this status is clear.
Oh, I am so glad I've got Skirmisher.
Yeah, you just take double damage until you can clear that exposed.
For the folks at home, how does one clear exposed?
You can take a full
Yes,
round
I'm
action
curious.
to clear a condition, as
I
well
feel
as
so-
lose all of your heat.
I feel so exposed.
Stabilized.
Well,
You can also, as part of that full round action, spend one of your repair points to heal the full.
And I can actually move. I'm not immobilized or slowed, so I can move one space, and I'm trying to get away.
Enough.
From the big guy.
The big guy is going to take some Overwatch. Oh no, you don't trigger the move? Or am I thinking someone? I think I'm thinking of someone else.
Shouldn't.
Anytime an attack misses you, you can fly up to 2 spaces as a reaction. Nope, you do take Overwatch. Wow, I'm rolling high. That's 10 kinetic damage.
Are you sure about that?
Yep, that's
Are
5
we
damage.
positive?
And doubled because you are exposed. The Ginger Brigade, thank you so much for the raid. We're playing Lancer, and apparently I am destroying Jason's hopes and dreams.
Yes.
We're getting our mechs kicked a little bit.
So what do I reduce?
Your HP, reduce it by 10.
Wow.
would
That'd
you
be
say we're
one.
getting our? Would it be we're
What?
getting our bots kicked?
Yeah.
Alright, okay.
Yep.
Okay,
Do I even have that much HP?
now it is back to you.
Okay.
If it's my turn, can I go next? Because it's going to be a quick turn. I'm just popping smoke.
by all means.
So to return chafe launchers.
Yep.
So you can spend a full round action to. I never remember what the heck it's called. Full round, you can stabilize. So you can patch yourself up by spending one of your repair points, and that brings your health back up to full.
Yes, we shall do that. Good Lord.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but when you stabilize, you can also clear a condition.
You have a couple choices. Yeah, you clear all heat and exposed. One repair regains full HP, and if you spend that repair, then you get a choice to reload all weapons, clear all burn, clear a condition not caused by your systems on yourself, or clear a condition on an adjacent ally.
So yeah,
And
you can also clear that exposed.
yes, I don't want to be exposed anymore.
Fair enough. All right.
And now I'm on soft cover.
That brings us to me, which we're gonna go with the scout. Its cloaking field is gone. Not that anything was invisible other than him. And we're just gonna throw some marker shots into the Iron Brigadier.
Yeah.
Share the pain.
Oh, with this weapon, it just does so much damage. It's just the most heavily damaged. It does no damage. You become locked on.
Okay.
You're also shredded, which means that's no armor or no damage reduction. And you can't hide or become invisible.
Well, I mean,
Also, the next attack to hit you gets to do an extra 4 points of damage.
I'm the only one within range, so let's do this.
You know what, Poppy? You can play this game. We're gonna throw an invade your way.
I am invisible because I haven't moved.
It has sights. It can ignore hidden and invisible.
Dang it.
But that's
Man.
it. 8. I targeted the wrong individual. That's an 8 against your E defense.
No, my E defense is 12.
Can't get past your firewall. Nothing. We're just gonna back up. That's it. It's back to you.
Anyone mind if I take a quick? Okay. So first, a quick
Yeah,
question.
go ahead.
Mhm.
So
Get on in here.
all right. Quick question.
Mhm.
The core ability, would using that be quick action, full action?
It depends what it is. Yours is the Hyperspec Fuel Injector. It is a protocol. So for the
Okay.
rest of the fight, you have +1 accuracy on all attacks, checks, and saves. And once per turn, you can boost as a free action.
Okay. So is that just its own thing, or is that a quick action?
It's a protocol, so it costs you nothing. You just have to do it at the top of your turn.
Okay, well, I would like to do that first. Max core power, yes. Then probably fairly predictable, but this thing is kind of in his face, so yeah, Iron Brigadier, the little mech head kind of looks up as the pilot looks up. I was hoping to find the pretty one. You'll do. So other question, because I am noob. If I do a barrage, do I need to use 2 different weapons, or can it be 2 attacks with the same weapon?
2 different weapons.
Gotcha. Okay.
But you could skirmish as a quick action, overheat, and then skirmish with that same weapon again.
Well, that's the other fun thing. I do also have initiative, so I can potentially take a quick action as a free action.
Yeah.
Only one per scene, though.
GMS frames are great.
Yeah.
You could potentially barrage, use your free quick action, and then overheat for 4 attacks.
I'm already at 4 heat though. That's the issue.
What's the worst that could happen?
So many things. Like
It's
everything
fine.
that's just happened.
Have you met me yet?
Okay, so first of all, barrage. So let's get some attacks in. So first up is the shotgun, which I believe would just be a flat roll.
Yeah. Because this is your first attack, so you would have +1 accuracy.
Okay.
You're engaged, so it just...
Okay, come on. There we go.
Still rolled with accuracy for some... Oh, no, that's roll damage. Yes, a 12 definitely hits. Has an evasion of 6.
Ooh, okay.
It would be 5 kinetic. It's not shredded, so that is halved down to 3 kinetic.
Okay.
Which one was that to?
The big boy.
He is shredded.
He is shredded.
For as long as he's locked on, he's shredded. Right, I just forgot to apply it. Never mind, that's 5 damage.
Okay. Next
As
will
a
be
reaction, the leader is going to use Fractal Assault. Need you to make a system save, please, with 1 difficulty.
the... Oh,
I'm also doing
lovely.
reaction after that.
Absolutely.
With 1... System... Oh. Wait. Hold on. Being weird. It isn't letting me pick a... It only has accurate for some reason.
It's fine. Just roll it, and then you can just roll a d6 after.
Okay, fair enough.
Oh, that was almost a 1.
Yes, it was. And then a...
Just don't roll a 6.
Watch, I roll a 6.
Nope, you're fine. You
Okay.
ignore it. Tries to jam up your systems as you go into this barraging assault, but nothing. Get right through it.
Okay. So, second
Adel-
attack.
Sorry, Adeline, you had a reaction?
I did have a reaction, yeah. And a note, shredded is from my prophetic sensors, so it's shredded until the end of its next turn, not until the lock-on's gone.
Okay, gotcha.
But yeah, my reaction, as soon as the shotgun hits, my turret drone fires off a kinetic shot. It's an auto 3 points of damage. Since he's shredded, it's not mitigated.
That hurts.
Nice.
Hurts a lot.
Yeah. Other attack, the heavy charged blade. And this is armor piercing. And flat roll. Oh, that could have been better.
Defensive 6.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So, yeah, 5.
5 more
And,
damage.
Would the auxiliary weapons fire too, or?
Yep. As long as they're on the same
Okay.
mount as your weapon.
Okay, perfect. That's 2 thermal pistols.
Oh, so sorry, those are on your flex mount. Those are on a different mount than your weapon is.
Gotcha. Okay, fair enough. In that case, I will then use my free quick action, the initiative, to do a skirmish with the sword again.
This is why people love the GMS.
Okay.
Eight damage. Ooh. It is hurt.
Okay. And that's the turn.
Okay. Well, the defender's gonna go ahead and go.
That's fair.
It's the only one left. And it almost could not be more hurt. think it needs to take out the threat immediately in front of it. I think it has no choice.
Yeah, that's fair.
Well, it took... I think it took 4 instances of damage there. Because you hit it twice, your barrage, once from your skirmish, and then once from the turret.
Yep.
So thanks to Retribution, its next attack does an additional +8 damage.
Ow.
Well,
And we're
This is fine.
Yeah. We're gonna just put a close-range shotgun into the Iron Brigadier.
it's been real, and it's been fun.
And because you were hit
fun.
with the marker light, it does an extra +4 damage, so it's a total of +12.
Oh. Oh.
Because why not?
Because
You know?
Why not?
that misses.
Yes!
This is for every crit 20 that you've rolled tonight.
Wait.
Yes.
Voice
No.
of Authority. An allied character fails an attack, check, or save, and the commander is not jammed. Once per round, the ally can re-roll it.
Oh, come on.
Come on.
That is a 22 to hit.
Yeah, that's gonna do it.
That is 17 points of damage.
That's 12. So, yeah, that would be 17. That would do structure damage.
So set your HP to 0, and then click off.
However, I do have...
Let's do paint job.
Yep.
Roll a d6, please. Don't you do it.
Okay.
Don't you do it.
Do it.
Don't you do it.
Okay.
Do it,
Let's
do it, do it, do
go!
it!
Roll that beautiful bean footage.
Darn. That's fine.
Yeah.
Worth a shot.
So set your HP to 0, and then click outside of the box. And it should ask you, a little pop-up should come up and say, would you like to roll your structure? You're just impaired until the end of your next turn.
Okay.
Not bad at all. It's
There's-
just, this thing just points its massive shotgun, as big as you are, point blank, and just unloads, full-on shredding parts of your mech with these massive human-sized pieces of tungsten. But still you stand.
You just hear this clippy voice in your helmet. It seems like you've taken structure damage. Would you like to roll for that?
With Clippy. With Clippy. Okay.
We... Oh boy. We're in trouble.
And then
We're gonna go for another Crushing Embrace. We're gonna try to, at least.
okay. That's an agility.
Agility
right?
save, yeah.
Okay.
Tug it out. Tug it out.
And yeah, I am impaired. Thankfully, I do have +1, so that just kind of cancels it out.
A
Well.
1 total.
Bring it in.
You become
Like
grappled,
apologizing.
which means that you are immobilized. And you are jammed
Okay.
until you are no longer grappled. One of the hands just slams down onto you. You nearly carved through the torso of this massive thing. It's sparking, just leaking fluids. The armor is in shreds and all over the ground. You are in a much better condition than this thing is. But that's it.
And yet. Okay.
Its turn is done. With Whiskey, Sally, or Kamatachi.
Oh, I'm done.
Oh, you went first. Or second. Something. Yeah. So Sally or Whiskey?
I'll jump in if that's cool with Sally.
If you want to go for it.
Okay.
So your weapon is now range 5. 15?
Yeah.
Or sorry, range 13 with 8
Yep.
kinetic damage.
Yep.
Oh,
With 8
God.
kinetic damage.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I'm literally aiming to do. I think whiskey just slinkies their way back out again. I didn't describe this before, but I see them very much moving like a mechanical version of the rake. It's like very disconcerting to watch. The
Oh,
limbs all move in
boy.
ways that they shouldn't. So
Excellent.
you know it has it has all of these abomination weapons on top of it, and it just does not move right at all. And we love to see it. And yeah, I would like to use my mimic gun on the big boy and see if we can take him down, or at least get him to stop crushing my friend.
not shredded anymore. So you want to actually go into the character sheets and under your mech loadout, you should have the mimic gun.
Yep.
Just click the little dice
is.
next to it.
It did not roll this time. Should I just roll a d20?
I got you. No. I don't know why it's not rolling. Yeah, roll a d20.
All right.
Oh no.
Of course. Of course. Of course.
The dice hate us tonight.
Unless
The
the chat
dice
wants
absolutely
to,
hate us.
unless the chat
The
wants to
dice
help
just-
you out with a hero point. Unfortunately, a 1 will miss.
The dice just wants to make sure that we get ample time to play tonight.
Yes.
Exactly.
It's true. It's true. I mean, I do have backup. I do have plenty of backup.
We have another quick action still.
I do.
Oh, actually,
Um,
you could have consumed that lock on, which would give you a d6 onto the attack.
Would a d6 help?
yeah, what a d6. help?
Like,
Only has evasion 6.
Yeah, 5 or 6.
you'd have to hit pretty good.
All right, let's. You know what? Let's find out. Nope.
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 Your
Because the
grid
dice
is
hate
added.
us.
It's a range attack, so grid is added, right?
Oh,
Oh.
you only did d20, didn't you? Yes! That would give you a total of a 6.
Yes. Yes.
We'll take that.
We had
It's all
to,
coming up whiskey.
we had to claw our way there, but we got it.
I just wanted to do this damage. I just wanted to do the 5 points of kinetic damage.
Question: this is static, so a crit wouldn't matter, right?
Right, it's just 8 damage no matter what.
Okay, that's too bad.
Well, it does have resistance to the attack because it's no longer shredded, which brings it down to 4, which is still enough to structure it.
Yes.
Roll that beautiful bean footage.
As this thing is destroyed, would you paint us a picture of what this looks like?
Yes, I would love to. So I think with that, Whiskey crawls their way out, locks onto the target, and I think just perfectly takes out key structure points. Like, takes it out at the knees, so it is going down and it is not going back up.
Like, the armor is so shredded and destroyed from that heavy charge blade that you could full on just aim dead center with that mimic gun, just hit it, and it would start just coursing through the wires, causing mini explosions until the entirety of the massive mech just collapses.
We absolutely love to see it.
That is not good.
You
Anything
get the
else?
high five emoji ping.
Define not good.
You get a high five back.
Anything else?
No, I think I'm satisfied. I think I'm satisfied.
Oh. What you got?
It's me?
Yeah, you're the only one left.
Alrighty. Well, let me see. Am I within? We've just got these two
Mm-hmm.
lads happening. Okay. So I would like to just move. Oh wait, Kamatachi, how are you doing? Are you vibing? Are you good?
Yeah, I'm
do
back.
you need some cover, or are you like?
I'm good.
Okay, cool. Just check it. So I'm gonna just kind of swoop this lad, if I can grab him. Just swooping that drone back over there, just keeping him locked onto this lad.
Sure.
And then I would like to do, let me see. Oh, it's a free action. Oh, that's delightful. So I would like to Electropulse, if I may. Just for funsies. Which is part of my Puppet Master stuff. Characters of your choice within sensors adjacent to any join or deployable, even those they own, take 2 energy damage. They just take it. And my sensors are 10, so yes.
Yep. So how much?
Just 2 energy damage.
Okay. They both take 2 energy damage.
But they just take it, and it's a free action. I thought that was a quick, but that is free. And then I guess I'm going to let loose my Ghoul Nexus, if I may.
You're what now?
That is incredible sounding.
Yeah, that sounds terrifying. Ghoul Nexus.
My Ghoul Nexus.
Yeah.
Everything that Horus does for their maps is terrifying and sounds like it.
It really is.
Electropulse is a quick tech.
It says I can barrage with it.
You keep going. I'm gonna double check because I could be wrong.
Okay. I'm baby at this, so I could be wrong.
Okay.
Here, let me.
Puppet Man.
Where is my ghoul? Show me my ghoul.
Yeah. That. Horus. Not a Horus. What is your? You're Hydra. You're a Hydra. Yeah.
The Hydra. I have a million heads or arms or just drones.
The wonderful thing about Horus and Lancer lore is that they're not actually a company.
Nope.
These are they're just frames that show up online. You get them emailed to you mysteriously from anonymous people. It's terrifying.
It's a conglomerate of like gray hat hackers that just build the most messed up stuff and just put it on the internet.
So
It's
both.
like a creepy
And
pasta.
we love
What
it.
It is. Yeah. It's.
Yeah.
It's
terrifying.
if a
Yeah.
corporation full of Redditors owned one of the most powerful weapon manufacturers in the known universe.
And Elliot used to build their AIs.
Yeah.
So yes,
Just for funsies.
Electropulse is a quick tech action.
A quick tech action. Okay, so I can quick tech with my ghoul. And be chill, right?
I have
it's
no
a
idea. What
different-
does your ghoul do?
Guy? My ghoul is my ghoul is an attack. It's a nexus attack. I don't know. It has its own little button for that.
It's a weapon.
It is my main mount weapon.
Yeah. So it is a quick action to fire that.
To fire that, I will fire it at the big lad because it targets E defense.
The big
Only
lad
the
is
bigger-
a pile of scrap.
The bigger of the lads that remains. Which would
leader.
probably be this guy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, this lad?
Go for it.
Sure. I'll throw it at him. Just a straight roll, I believe. Well,
A 6
Against
does not hit.
E-defense.
Against E-defense. E-defense is
Against-
higher than evasion.
no. Well, worth a shot.
Was.
Okay. And that, I believe, is all I can do.
All right.
To my
That-
knowledge.
Brings us to round 3, which is back to you all.
Can I go? Because I want to do something wild.
Go, we
What
know
do
you
it?
Do.
do.
Yes.
I've
yes.
been working
do
on
it.
setting this
Wait
up
to
for
see
3
what
rounds.
messed up stuff you figure out how to do.
I'm so excited.
Please blow my mind.
So, Shepherd Protocol moves my turret drone up here for funsies.
Mhm.
Quick action. I would like to invigorate.
Okay.
So I can draw a line from me to Sally, giving 4 overshield. Sally to Iron Brigadier, giving 4 overshield. To my turret drone, giving 4 overshield. To this guy, doing 2 energy damage automatically. To my Lotus Projector, giving 4 overshield. To my good friend, giving
Rude.
4 overshield. To this drone, giving it 4 overshield. And then to this guy, dealing 2 energy damage.
Rude.
Holy shit.
Okay, alright. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah.
Does Overshield last how long? Or does it just last until it's used?
I believe until the end of the scene.
So it stacks on top of the Overshield that I already
It does
have
not
from you?
sack, no.
Okay, cool. Okay, cool. Noted.
But yeah,
Yeah.
if you don't have Overshield, you have it now. Yes, it did
It
2
is-
energy impact.
What does this look
Wow.
like?
Awesome.
It is a silver laser that shoots out and bounces almost like off of mirrors and curves around. It leaves a shimmering. It almost looks like code in silver font shimmering across your mech. Except for the enemies, that code twists and turns into lightning.
Oh,
Dealing
brutal.
How many
Beautiful.
overshield was it?
4.
4. Everybody except the Pegasus. I'm sorry, you did not get an Arkonga line.
That's okay.
I tried.
That's okay.
I was over here doing geometry, trying to figure out if I could get you into it, but you were just out of range.
You're
Yeah.
doing advanced algebra in the background, like.
Anything else?
So that was a quick attack, and then I would like to. I know he has a high E defense,
Does.
but I have a bonus because I have his stats from the scan, so I have a bonus higher than bonus essentially. +3. I am going to. I have a lot of things that interlock. Try to keep them all straight. I'm going to. Actually, I'm just going to inflict lock on the leader, which triggers prophetic scanners, and he is shredded.
Rude.
And I guess that's my turn. I turn invisible again.
All right. Locked on. And shredded. They're shredded. Not that it has any armor at all. Well, the ARS leader is going to go because no. All of this is everything is awful. We are 6. 5. For the greater good. we're going to go with a nice Metafold Shove. Because it's a ally, it doesn't need to roll. The target swaps positions with the ally.
That is
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Boost. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it is technically off the map, but that doesn't mean that you can't hunt it down. It's back to you. It's your turn.
Whose turn was that? Like which of their lads?
The leader.
That was okay.
Like the scout was already turning to run, and the mech, like the leader, just looked over and was like, "Nope," and switched places, and the scout just ran face first into the
Bet.
truck.
Well,
Shame.
Back to you.
who wants to go next?
Poppy's the only one that's gone, so you have your choice.
Do we want to go after the mech, or do we want to finish up here then?
I mean, I can finish this one off. Sure.
He's still within my sensors. So
are people gonna be mad if I suggest that we split the party?
we should be able to finish this guy off pretty quickly.
I mean, we should, but is the car empty?
Should we just grab what's here and run?
Yeah.
Wait.
Then it's alright if I go next.
That's just, it's a beautiful mech though.
It is.
I want it.
I
Yeah.
was hoping for the tail myself.
Kamatachi, if you'd like to go,
Maybe,
go for it.
Yeah.
maybe next time, guys. Maybe next time.
So would a quick action be an attack?
Yeah, you can skirmish for a quick action.
Okay, 'cause that one's in range. I am going to first of all, I'm going to throw my lance because
Go for it.
see, and I guess accurate. Is that considered?
Is the lance an accurate weapon? It is not. It has knockback.
Okay. Yes. Do that. Okay. Oh God.
Oh, gonna hit.
Then I move 1 because of my attack.
Mhm.
And I get 2 quick actions.
Mhm.
I'll attack again.
You can't take the same quick action more than once, but you can overcharge, which lets you take another skirmish, but you take 1 heat.
Sure.
Take 1 heat and then do it again.
So, please just let me hit. What? Okay, these dice are against me.
It's just
And I'm
darting back and forth. These little grasshopper legs, like half of
And
its
a
body
move.
is burned out.
So I get to move again because of an attack. And now, can I do my full action to pick up my lance and drive it through his head?
So you either get a full action or 2 quick actions.
Okay. Then that's where I am.
All right. The one remaining enemy is gonna go. It gets its cloak field pack, which we're gonna do immediately.
It's in my Lotus Protector.
It doesn't. It is. That pilot has seen its friends get massacred. It's hitting the button and running. So 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, which means you do get a Overwatch attack.
All right. Not that it's going to matter with my dice. Okay. There we go.
That does hit.
And I could Can I choose which weapon I hit him with?
Yeah.
Then it's going to be the pike. So d6 plus 2. So 7.
My turret fires off for another 3.
This thing activates the cloaking field, just in desperate hope, turns and starts sprinting away, gets skewered with the pike, and then just eviscerated by the turret.
That was yours, Madden.
Thank you.
Is there any effort to chase after the leader?
Oh yeah. He's
Yeah.
not even halfway out
Elliot
of
is
my
itching
sensors yet.
to. Is there any way, if we're still technically in combat, to like check if the car has anything else in it, like any
So,
other like
Your
active creatures?
your course of action right now would either be to chase down the leader that fled, to search the car, or to start dismantling usable parts off of these downed mechs.
I say loot.
Yeah, I say we get what we came here for and get out of here.
And you certainly can split.
We came here for that.
That's the thing.
We
yeah.
came here for the one that ran away.
Question
It's
for the
so
GM.
pretty.
Mhm.
He's well within my sensor range still. Could I just sit here while they're looting the truck and fire off tech attacks?
If you have anything that doesn't require line of sight,
Is he out of line?
I mean,
Is he not just running down the street, or like what's?
you would probably have a round where he'd still be visible before he'd start to get blocked by bridges, other buildings, things like that. But yeah, if you want to take 2 quick actions, absolutely.
Doing math.
And how fast was he moving? About
6, so 12 a turn.
yeah, he's the same speed as me.
I could get within range to help. I'm not in range yet, but
I will also say the Iron Brigadier does get a free boost.
If you would like
So-
to chase after this individual, by all means.
I think the Conroy kind of does.
Okay, because I can slow him probably.
Yeah, I think with movement, free boost, and a quick boost, that gets me to 12 movement.
If Adeline, if you can slow the speed, I would say that yeah, the Iron Brigadier would have no problem catching and dismantling this.
Okay, so these will be tech attacks, so it'll depend.
It is with 1 difficulty, the enhanced systems.
Okay. I'm consuming lock on the first one.
Mhm.
And it is still shredded.
Still shredded. It doesn't have any way of mitigating damage.
Okay.
It can help others
super
mitigate
doesn't.
damage.
Okay, so I'm going to do full tech to do 2 invades, since that's one of the only ones where you can do it twice. First one is consuming the lock on.
Should just be a straight roll. Will succeed.
Okay, so that does a couple things, of course. So that is the standard jammed or 5 minutes signal. So it deals 2 heat,
Mhm.
and the target is impaired and slowed. And then it also activates Snow Crash. So he has the choice of either taking 2 more heat on top of that, or allowing me to move him 3 spaces at my choice.
You take the heat.
Okay. So that's 4 total heat there.
Mm-hmm. He's already
Okay.
catchable. With the fact that he can't boost, he's already catchable.
Yeah.
But please, by all means, feel free to torment this poor guy.
Hey, he brought
Shouldn't
the
have tried to run.
defender on. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot to do one of my things. Fuck. Oh well.
Oh no, you only did 8 amazing things.
Okay. Second tech attack. I meant to throw my Lotus projector out at him so it burst again. But it's fine.
This is
Second
with a
tech attack.
difficulty.
Yes. I guess inaccurate, I'll mark.
Didn't matter. Still a 20.
Still a crit. Yeah, so that is another 2 heat. There was something else that triggered. I don't think it does. Oh, it did over. I was hoping I'd push him to overheat.
Yep. Impaired.
He was already impaired though. Oh well, I was hoping he'd just melt down, but that's okay. Yeah. So he's
One
impaired
step
and
closer.
slowed.
Mr. Iron Brigadier there. If you would like
Yep.
to simply just roll it an attack because can't boost, you are much faster.
Okay. Yeah, let's go with the. Do you think it would be better to use a ranged attack, or would he be able to use the sword?
You'll be able to use the sword.
Okay.
Use the sword.
Get in there.
Okay. Am I still impaired?
You are impaired until the end of this turn, but you are not jammed. Not immobilized, and you're also not
Okay.
shredded.
Why don't I use the shotgun then?
Okay.
Because then you can at least use that at a reasonable distance, and
You get the
Get
plus 1
the-
accuracy.
yep, exactly. Hold on. Wrong weapon. There it is. Accurate.
Eleven will just hit. That is that is only 1 point of damage, but with
Yeah.
the fact that the shotgun would hit, still slowed down, still couldn't escape, you could simply follow up with more blades. Girls
I would
run
love-
these worlds. Thank you for the raid. We are playing some Lancer, where a bunch of brand new people have decided to test out a dystopian corporate world and are absolutely ruining these enemies, just demolishing.
They had us going in the first half.
Well, most of us
That's
are.
true.
Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie.
But
I can't hit the broadside of the city.
between Poppy and the Iron Brigadier, the two of you would keep that individual locked down and just simply chase it down. It's not getting away.
Okay.
Incredible.
But that brings us to the other 3 of you. While they're doing this, what would you like to do?
Well, if they've got that handled, I don't know how much help I would be dismantling a massive,
You have
that
hack
big old
picks.
bulky. That's true. I do want to make sure that there's nobody else in the car though,
Yeah.
because they could call for additional backup,
Yeah.
and then we're like super screwed. So,
There's a driver.
cool. Can I deal with him?
Sure.
I'm not gonna kill him. I'm not gonna kill
He's
him.
currently
That's not what I'm
sitting
doing.
in the front of this armored vehicle, just
So my mech has these manipulators, which are like human-sized hands,
Mhm.
like little tiny human-sized, so I can interact with the human world, you know. So I think between that and like giant mech hands, we can probably get him, I don't know, immobilized, tied up, something so that I can like get in this car and like
There's
mess with its
now
comms and see what's going on.
there's just now a man pinned to the front of your mech by little like human mech arms that are just giving him a bear hug.
He's stuck. He's stuck right
He's
here.
not even
and I'm
really
just-
resisting as the arms just like punch in the window and pull him out.
Yeah, I think I've got him in one mech hand, and then my like little tiny like human hands are like inside the car, like messing with their comms, like trying to see if they're like, is there anybody else coming for us? What's the situation? And he's just like holding him by the like by the arm or by the leg or something, like dangling him outside the car.
You do hear someone over the comms asking where they are. Have not responded to the next checkpoint.
Can I use my out of combat stuff, or
Yep,
are
we
still
are out of
considering
combat.
Okay, cool. I would like to let me see if I can pull up my business. I have a thing called Take Control.
Okay.
So between like fun hacking voice modulating stuff, can I make this sound official enough that like we've hit some resistance, but we've taken care of them, we're on our way,
Please
like
do.
we'll be there, don't worry about it, we're just a little slow.
Roll it up.
Reactor leak. Everything's normal. Situation normal.
How are you?
How are you? Okay, pulling a Han
Yeah,
Solo.
how's the kids?
Yeah, let's see it.
Alrighty, let me see. Vincent, I need you to stop.
Just have a cat in your cockpit.
I do.
14 is a success. You have probably bought yourself. You've bought all of you a round, at the very least. You stay any longer than one round after this one, you will start accruing heat.
Cool.
But, what about the other two of you?
What's in? Because I'm gonna move around to the back. What's inside the vehicle?
Are you hopping out of your mech?
Yeah.
Hop out, just kind of climb up the little metal steps to get into the back. And it's about a 6-foot wide metal canister. There's a keypad on it. There are latches that can be opened.
Yeah. Let's give it a try.
How would you like to do so?
Get up my character sheet.
If you aren't good with the hacking, you certainly could just kick it.
Is take control of a situation?
I don't think take control would necessarily get you past a secure.
Okay. Man. Then I guess apply fists. If that's the only thing.
Yeah. Roll a d20. Plus 2.
Give me a 1-2 punch.
Just step in and just start wailing on this thing.
So that's 18.
Okay. That is a success. You are going to successfully break it. A few more moments of like jamming a crowbar or something in there and running it up next round would get it open. No problems.
Then that's what I'm going to be doing.
Next round.
Round. I think that just
Next
leaves
round,
us with who's Sawyer.
I think, yeah, with me. So I think Sawyer in that case, given that Elliot has the driver and is dealing with stuff on the comms, and Noah is, navigating everything in the back, I think Sawyer is going to turn his attention onto dismantling
Okay.
the mechs that went down
You have
and
the
scavenging whatever parts he can.
you have the big boy, which for anyone that just joined us, first welcome. If I didn't say that, like I think I did, but we're playing by slightly different Lancer rules in that you don't simply get a license level after a mission. They have to scavenge and steal and accrue the parts in order to add more license levels to their frame. So things like scavenging down enemies is a very thing to do. If you're scavenging the big boy, on a success, that would let you add a license level of one of the defender classes. If you scavenge one of the scouts, that would let you add one of the strikers. And if you run down and scavenge the leader, that would let you add one of the controller licenses.
I think I'd like to go after the leader in that case.
Okay. What trigger would you like to use?
So I don't know if this would count, but I was going to use spot to kind of figure out what parts would be the most relevant. I could also use investigate. A similar idea of
yeah.
which parts would be the most helpful.
Let's go investigate.
Okay. All right.
19.
That is a 19.
Takes you a few moments of just ripping away the injured parts, the junk, and finally getting to the components that you need. The gold that you just start storing away inside your compartments. Alright. That brings us to the end of the first out of combat round. Normally your heat would go up by 1 right now. But you bought yourself some time. You'd have one more round of action. Just to simplify things, we can kind of just go down the line, starting right to left with Noah. You just
I'm finishing getting open the cakes.
would you roll a D100? You want to roll a 50 or higher?
Just opened a bomb, didn't
Schrodinger's bomb.
I?
27.
Well,
You finally manage to just pry the box open. It creaks and bends with the pressure, but it does finally give with this loud pop. The latches just come flying off. Inside there are a trio of long glass cylinders, or there were a trio. There are 2 intact and 1 smashed canister.
Oh, great.
And would you roll your pilot's grit for it? It should just be a d20 plus 1.
I'm terrified.
Yeah.
Okay.
Everything's fine.
Your
Everything's fine.
your skin from the fingertips up your arms to your shoulder to your neck all just starts to go numb. You can see
Okay.
very faint movement under the cloth. Kind of like that scarab scene from the Mummy.
Oh, great.
This
Amazing scene, but horrible.
Millions of little nanites have just swarmed out up your glove, through the cloth, under your armor, and are just swarming up your body.
I'm assuming my patch isn't going to help.
So much.
Yeah.
But after about 2 or 3 seconds, they would disappear.
Oh, yeah. I feel it's elated.
I don't trust like
Nothing's-
that.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, that's even worse. I think that's worse.
that's much worse.
The only thing worse than bugs is bugs you don't know where they are.
Yeah. It's wonderful.
Anything you like to do with your situation in general?
Especially carefully try to take the other 2 out and put them somewhere safe.
They
This is
There's
This is not
a
normal.
internal cooling system that does kind of like click and separate from the two canisters. You're on a little bit of a time limit, just given the technology you're seeing and what you would probably already innately know. You'd have about 48 hours before they'd reach an unsafe temperature.
Madam, I have a bioweapon in here. I suspect I've been exposed to it. Where shall I put it before I perish?
Why did you open the box? We just needed to steal it.
Well, we have
Sweetie.
we have the contents at this point.
Oh, honey, sweetie baby.
Um, we'll just have to carry it with, I guess, with your mech for now. We're almost finished with this leader. We'll be back soon.
Of course, madam.
An
I'll
alert
be
pops
here.
up. So you've become a bioweapon.
And yeah, I'm gonna start going through that.
Well, Adeline, would you like to go next?
I was hoping to scavenge from the leader as well once we chased him down. Is there
Absolutely.
anything of value left?
Yeah, go for it.
He had very strong E defenses, and I would
It.
love like that. So I would like to use my trigger Stay Cool since we are on a clock and under pressure.
Okay. Yeah, I can see that.
And so my background, being a corporate heiress, I imagined is a very high stress situation as I'm learning to take over the family business and all of that. Can I apply that here in this very stressful, time restricted situation?
What are you applying?
My background for inaccuracy?
Oh. Yeah, I mean, you come from a family that's probably written millions of lines of Lancer code.
Awesome. On Foundry, be nice to me. Oh.
The
Ask a
dice
niche
ate us.
interest.
Fortunately, the easy to get to parts were kind of already stripped. Now you have to dig through damaged limbs, through damaged armor pieces, and working around the core, which is still active. You're getting there, but there's not quite enough yet to fully apply.
Gotcha. I will shoot a glare in Sawyer's direction after he kind of scooped our kill when we were the ones who chased it down. But yeah, I will. I want to drag. You said the core is still intact.
Mhm.
Can we drag this back to the truck and set the core to detonate?
Absolutely, you can.
Cover our tracks.
Ooh.
And I will do that. I will set up a couple lines of code to set it to detonate after we are out of range.
Either you could finish the detonation next round or have someone help you do it. Which would
Anybody
be
else
either
good
Elliot,
with tech?
Sawyer, or Unright.
What if I want to do something with it before you detonate it? Like,
Jesus.
what if I want to? Well, so listen.
What if I want the body before we burn it?
What if I want? There are still bits.
Yeah.
It's really not. Sawyer broke most of them when he scavenged it. I've already looked.
Damn it, Sawyer.
Listen.
Sawyer gets the middle
I
finger
was getting
emoji.
these parts. I was getting these parts for you. I was trying to be helpful. Your kill, your parts.
So, yeah. Would anyone like to assist in detonating this? Or, Elliot, is there something else you'd like to do?
Did Sawyer at least leave the AI intact? I assume. I mean, most, if not all, mechs have an onboard AI of some sort. I don't know if that applies to other people or just us.
Not many of your standard soldiers are going to have an NHP aboard.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. I was kind of hoping that the leader controller guy might, but because if he does, I want it. But yeah, I would just check and see if there is that thing, and then if there is not, then sure,
Well-
I'll help you blow up a body if that's what you want.
How about a D100? 50 or higher.
For sure. For sure, for sure. What? Just a straight 100?
Mhm.
Boom.
That's a 3.
That's a 3.
No sign of an NHP.
Well, this is Rebel. Shall we let her up? Do
As
we
we're-
have... Is there anything else salvageable from the other 2
Absolutely there is.
bodies? Cool.
Are you assisting in the self-detonation?
Well, do we want it to I imagine we want to wait for it to detonate until we are gone, right?
Right, but you're priming it.
Hmm. Yeah, I'll help prime
I
it,
will
and then if
say
we have
Sawyer,
additional time.
and I will say Sawyer would offer to help Adeline, with the detonation if Elliot wanted to focus on the other X and scavenging the pieces.
Probably better suited for helping hack into this thing than taking apart the others. If you want to go grab me something shiny, I'll blow this one up real quick.
Sounds good. I can do that.
Alright. Well, Sawyer,
Teamwork.
let's see it. The big guy or the scouts?
All right. The big guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big old defenders.
Go big or go home.
Let's see what happens when I roll this investigate.
21.
Only good things.
Easily just working around the already carved out system that Conroy just made mincemeat out of. Just plucking out the little bits that you need, tucking them away. You now both have access to a
Beautiful.
controller license level of your choice and a the heck classification is that?
Was that a defender?
Oops. Or not striker. What is it called? Defender, yeah.
Yeah.
So defender
You
and a controller.
Sweet.
Nice.
Well, Conroy leaves us with you.
Conroy is going to take a look at the big guy. Would there be any way to, I guess, graft any of its armor onto the Iron Brigadier?
Ooh. I mean, technically, it doesn't have any armor. It's just able to
Oh,
give
okay.
itself resistance to attack.
Okay. And I'm guessing that's not easy to take out then.
That would definitely take like a full workshop in like a few days.
Okay. And the gun is way too big, unfortunately.
Size of
Um,
human.
Yeah. I can't really think of anything that Conroy would think of much use, so I think he's going to keep a lookout while everyone else gets what they need.
Okay.
He wants to be the last one out.
So you
As
would
we're
go ahead.
Cover everyone 6.
as we're priming the detonation, I will open a private comms channel to Noah. How bad is it?
It was some kind of nanotech, ma'am. Until we've determined what it was, I suggest I isolate myself. But better in our hands than theirs.
That is true, but I don't want anything to happen to you.
I'm fine, madam.
We don't know that. You need to take it easy. I'll try and scan you on while we're fleeing to see if I can pick anything up, but
That's your
be more
prerogative,
careful
ma'am.
next time, please.
Thank you. I apologize for my performance today.
We've talked about this. It's not about your performance. You're my friend. That's why I care about you.
You hear yeah, an intake. Thank you, madam.
Okay.
Is there anything else I can do at this point?
No, I just need to finish this code. And she'll switch off the comm channel.
At the end of the round, your heat is now going to rise by 1. Would you like to stick around? Heat will go up again, or pick off.
Considering what the cargo was, I think if we attract the heat, it's going to be a lot of heat.
Yeah.
Yes, and this core we're doing, mechs have nuclear cores,
Mhm.
so we really don't want to be here when it goes off.
No, we don't.
Yeah.
No, we defo don't.
Yeah. Let's de-ass the area.
All right. Hear it. With all of you escaping into the night, you eventually hear that massive. You can see the flames reflecting off the nearby buildings. I'm going to shift control over the city 1 point towards your clock, away from theirs. You have whatever bioweapon this is. In addition to not letting them get it, you have it's studyable. It's intact for the most part. You
Very
have,
much studyable.
you have a host even to study from.
Do my scans on the way out of there pick anything up?
Is there any trigger you'd like to use?
Ooh.
I mean, honestly, I
Um,
would even take a tech attack.
I can do tech attack.
Don't worry, this is how most superhero, narratives start. So,
Tag. No. It's a willing target. Do I get an accuracy?
I would say that.
Our friendship.
I would say so.
oh,
Awesome.
would my bonded in any way help with that? Since I'm bonded to.
Yeah, that would give you an accuracy.
Oh,
So you get.
there's one more accuracy. Sorry.
So if you roll higher than a 1.
Yeah.
So that would be 17, yeah. I'm sure you've done medical scans on everyone. The vitals of Noah are strong. Very strong. Like wounds are gone. Like lung damage is gone. Muscle scars, tissue damage, gone. Peak physical specimen.
Yeah. Overcomes to everyone. I'll send the scans out to everyone. I don't think those are bioweapons.
Then what are they?
Medical.
Medical, military.
Like patches we get, but way more powerful.
And of course, the irony is that the super soldier is the one that got infected.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is this unusual for Noah,
Yeah.
or is this just
Yeah.
like what Noah is? Because
It's just a booster.
he just kind of
Yeah.
slaps already, you know?
Yeah.
I'm sure you still have like damage, like internal damage from what you've been through, but that's healed.
Oh, good. I'm glad that I will not be infecting any of the group.
Well, I mean, we don't know that yet.
Oh, this is true. I shall quarantine myself after I make sandwiches.
No, I mean,
Don't
You
make
you should
sandwiches first.
hang out. You should hang out with someone and then see if they also, I don't know, feel great.
My call sign's dead man walking. I'll be by his side. We'll trade war stories.
Thank you, Conroy. I appreciate that.
You did good, soldier.
You all make it home one by one, tuck away into your warehouse, closing the giant metal shades, blocking out any potential unwanted onlookers. Get your mechs all hoisted up on their respective frames, noticing that some of them are going to take quite a bit of work to get back up into
Yeah.
fighting shape.
I assume we've got some kind of cooler system
Oh yeah.
Oh, we've got the mini fridge.
that we can store the stuff in. Yeah, the mini fridge. Sure.
It's
Just don't drink
It's
it.
fine.
Just don't drink it.
The beer
It will be
cooler.
fine.
it's not going to work as well as, the industrial cooling system that they had in that canister, but it will probably buy you an extra day.
I've got some pretty sick fans on my GPU. Will that work?
Well, at this point, you would all have some downtime. There are downtime activities in the PDF. We can actually go over those throughout the week. But my final question would be, is there anything else that any of you would like to do before we close out for today?
I guess just basically Conroy and I
Hanging out.
hanging out and seeing if I infect him.
Yeah, it's probably a weird image, like the perfect super soldier and the dude with half his face blown off.
I suspect that
Fair.
we already train on a regular basis, so in some ways this
Yeah.
is kind of
For sure. All right. Well,
We need.
go ahead.
It's not something we have to cover right now, but we need an industrial cooling system. I'd like to reach out to Cinna, send a message, and see if I can
Oh yeah.
have her acquire one of those for us.
Absolutely. We absolutely, throughout the downtime, talk about your NPCs, talk about things that you want to do, that you want to acquire, get your license level installed, because you do have a controller and a defender license level that two of you get to upgrade with. Also, your pilots are now license level 2.
Ooh.
And I think with that, I will say thank you to our amazing audience. Thank you to Girls Run These Worlds for the raid. Thank you to, there was another one, the Ginger Brigade for the raid. Hey, that rhymed. Y'all are amazing. We heckin' love you. And thank you to my amazing cast. This is so much fun. I love Lancers so much. This game is so good. Love giant robots. But once again, I want to give everyone a chance to tell the people who you are, and if you're working on any project, people can check out where they can find it. We'll start again to my immediate left with Steve.
Hey, I'm Steve. This was very interesting. I'm not going to lie. I'm very glad I picked kind of a sword and board kind of mech. Is just listening to what y'all have had to keep track of with drones and ghouls and Nexus stuff. Like, I'm the
Yeah.
fucker with the sword.
Everybody needs one.
Yeah, exactly. But very, very fun. It's definitely well, not entirely a different beast. There are some gameplay aspects that I recognize from different systems, but as the our lovely GM pointed out, that it flows much better when you play it. Other than this, I lurk on a couple of RPG discords where I mostly annoy people with rants on various fictional worlds, some that I indulge in, some that I create. I have entirely too many projects to keep track of. If you want to see me talk more about that stuff, I'm over on TikTok under Steve's Nature and Nerdery, and I'm also on Twitter under SteveSchwa91.
Heck yeah. Alright, that brings us down to Kit.
Hi, I'm Kit. You can find me most places online, like Twitter at KitRollCause, or on Instagram just at KitRoll. I love this honestly a lot more than I thought I would, and I thought I was gonna like it a lot anyways. Big robots is just always so fun. I love playing a little techie little nerd. But so other than this, I'm a frequenter of the Lost Caravan. I'll be on I believe Dido's got the slot on the 9th for some D&D 5e. I'll be there. And I'll be around, you know. It'll be fun.
Yeah. It's all fun. Everything is great. I love the people I get to work with every day. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm. I am terrified of all of you. And I mean that with all my heart.
All due respect, you terrify me.
No, with all the love and respect, terrifying. It's the best way to be.
I take it as a compliment. But over to Jason.
I'm Jason Fryer. You can find me at OtterPoet on Twitter. And this weekend you'll find me doing several seminars at the Illusion Horror Con, where I'll be speaking about cult, Divinity Lost, and horror in general and in media. So this has just been a wonderful experience. I love mechs, and I love this group. And you guys made it a lot easier than when I looked at the rules. I'm going, I am going to be totally lost, but you all helped me, so I appreciate it. And looking forward to the next.
Yeah. Over to JD.
Hi, I'm JD. You can find me on pretty much all socials at JD, not Jason Dean. In terms of upcoming projects, I will be back here tomorrow night for Arc Doom so that we can all cry as the end of the world approaches. You can also find me with Tales from the Table for their SCP Foundation game, Crumbling Foundation, which is every Monday. And then next Tuesday and Wednesday, I will be with Live from the Apocalypse for Class Reunion, our urban fantasy homebrew D&D game, and then for Fetch Quest, our Dungeons and Doggos game. So those are the things that I have going on right now. But yeah, this was incredible. I was completely lost going into the system, but as others have said, it makes so much more sense once you're playing, and I can't wait to hopefully play some giant robots again.
We have so much emotional damage coming tomorrow for Arc Doom. It's gonna be great.
I can't wait to cry.
But up to Anna.
Hi, yeah. It may have been a little bit obvious, but I've played Lancer before. But yeah. I'm Anna, aka Archival Dust Bunny, most places on the internet, queer and trans advocate, museum worker, TTRPG streamer, and podcaster. If any of that sounds interesting, you can find me on Twitter and most other social media as Archival Dust Bun. As far as where to find me, I stream all over the place. Tuesday nights, you can find me over on Black Feather Guild with Champions of the Fae Season 2, our 5e Feywild campaign. It's brand new season, brand new party. We're diving even deeper into Fae politics and dealing with the consequences of last season's party that we just completely ignored last season. Now we're having to deal with that. I play a wonderful changeling rogue who plays a big part in Fae politics, we found out recently. It's a great cast of characters and players. If you enjoy Fae things, check that out. Friday nights, you can find me over on the award-winning Girls Run These Worlds with Dead Man Swish, our Starfinder campaign, following a former adventuring party who just found out that their captain was suddenly murdered, and we are trying to find out what happened and digging deep and uncovering layers and layers of corporate intergalactic corporate conspiracy. Things are tense, and we might all die. Come check it out. I play this Star Mystic, which means I'm a giant psychic butterfly that we have nicknamed the Murderfly because she's terrifying in combat.
So cool.
On Saturdays, you can find me on Dexar19's channel with Dragon Riders of Aome, our quest actual play following a bunch of young Dragon Rider trainees and their dragons as we head down to the surface of the first ring to investigate a mysterious occurrence that shows equal parts wholesome and action-packed. So if you like any of those things, check it out. The VODs are available. And of course, you can catch it live. You can find me in monthly games as well on Thorny Dryad's channel. Our Masks campaign, You Force Inheritance, play a protege with far too much responsibility on her shoulders. And since it's a monthly campaign, every episode is jam-packed full of drama and romance and everything you could want out of teen superheroes. You can find all of those VODs over on Thorny Dryad's channel to catch up before our next episode. And over on Ballad of the Seven Dice, you can find The Timeless Journey, our Ryutama actual play. I play a young merchant just trying to find her place in the world. We do a lot of really cool things on screen with layouts and art and all of that as we play. So it's a really fun interactive experience where we let the audience vote on a lot of stuff that we do and a lot of characters that we meet. But of course, if you're watching this, Lancer is probably your thing. And you can find me over on Response Team Omnicron, a Lancer actual play podcast following a PR team who unexpectedly ends up on the front lines of a brewing conflict in a No Room for a Wallflower adventure setting. We focus in on the characters and the story with leaning towards a radio drama feel. We have narrative first met combat sci-fi feels, roleplay focused characters. We've been described by fans as if Battlestar Galactica had its own red versus blue. And we just celebrated our first birthday. We've been released just over a year. We've been playing about 18 months before that, but
It's amazing.
yeah. So if you want more Lancer and you like podcasts, you can find us anywhere you normally get your podcast and on Twitter at RT Omicron.
Yeah. Well, of course, I'm Andrew, your games master for the evening and for most evenings around here. Although you are going to see a bunch of friendly faces behind the GM show in the coming weeks. We got a bunch of great people that want to tell a bunch of great stories. I tried to get through it in one breath, didn't do it. Our casting call for December is obviously closed because it's December, but keep an eye out for the casting call for January because we were trying to get that done ASAP. We do have a charity week planned out for the Trevor Project for my birthday because I like to do things to help other people for my birthday because I've never been one to celebrate it, so I might as well, help someone. Other than that, I think stay tuned for other games. Like I said, tomorrow we have Arc Doom. Nothing on Saturday, Sunday because of PAX. I'm not jealous, you're jealous. We have the TTJ RPG Fabula Ultima coming up next week, so yeah, come hang out. Our good friends over at Nat20 are currently live playing some D&D, I believe. Yeah, all hail the Queen. I'm going to throw a raid over to them. Other than that, be good people, do good things, and we'll see you next time. Back, buddy.